Hello, everybody, and welcome to our B&B Plays D&D for JGD streaming event. My name is Jeff Athey, and I am the writer, creator, and executive producer behind a new web series called Basements and Bugbears. It's about a group of high schoolers who play a tabletop role-playing game to try and cope with their friend's recent suicide. Last night, we launched our pilot episode on YouTube with the hope that one day we might be able to build enough support to create an entire season of the show. If you want to check out the first episode for yourself, you can check it out using a YouTube link that's going to be down in the chat, or you can go onto our website at bnbwebseries.com. Today, though, we are here hosting this D&D charity stream to raise money for Jasper's Game Day, an incredible organization that uses tabletop gaming events to reduce the stigma around mental health and help to raise awareness and donations for suicide prevention. So, if you are able, please consider donating. 100% of your donations today are going to go to Jasper's Game Day, and that will help to fund suicide centers and helplines all across this country. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, for our first game, Dr. Rachel had to back out, but I will be stepping in her stead. And we still have an incredible lineup of games for you today, starting right now at 12 p.m. and then 2 more later in the day at 3:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. EST. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on off to our first DM, who's going to be Dr. Megan Connell, and the rest of our players for this game, Adam Johns, Andrew Strother, and Hope Lavelle. Go on.
Hello! We're going to play D&D today. This is going to be awesome. So I'm Dr. Megan. I'm the co-founder of Geeks Like Us. We're a community-based entertainment company where I am the dungeon master for the live play show Clinical Role, where all of my players are other therapeutic dungeon masters and psychologists. I'm also a psychologist in private practice, and I do therapeutic dungeon mastering, and I teach courses on therapeutic dungeon mastering, and I co-host a podcast. I do a lot of things. I am very busy and don't get to sleep very much. But I have amazing players. Jeff, you introduce yourself a little bit, but maybe we go around and have everybody introduce themselves. Whoever wants to go first can. I'm not, or I'll make you all roll off for it.
Now I kind of want to do the roll off.
Yeah, I think. Okay, fine. Roll initiative for introduction.
All right.
Do we get a modifier?
I got a nat 20.
I'm 16.
Got a
Oh,
nat 20?
It'll be my only one this game.
Way to burn it on the
Completely wasted
introduction.
on this.
well, so then Adam, you go first.
My name is Adam Johns. I'm the co-founder and co-executive director for a nonprofit called Game to Grow. And we use games of all kinds for therapeutic, educational, and community growth. Most primarily, we are well known. Oof. That's going to be tough this game.
Words are hard.
We are well known for using role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons to help kids and teens build social skills. And we have training programs, and we have lots of outreach, and we go to cons all the time. And we are also the creators of Critical Core that should be finally released from our Kickstarter very soon. And I'm playing Mistral, Mistral the Bard. And I have a particular taste for good food and good music, and I try to stay out of all the rough and tumble fighting and such like that when I can. But you know, adventure needs stories, and stories need action and combat.
Excellent. Who was our next? I heard a 16. Did anybody do better
I had a
than
16. Anyone beat me
You
on
had a
that?
16. All right, you are up next.
I am Andrew Strother. I'm the host of the Roll for Persuasion podcast / occasional Twitch stream where I get to chat with awesome creatives in the tabletop nerdy gaming world. Dr. Megan and Hope have actually been on my show before, and if I'm lucky enough, we'll get Adam and Jeff on sometime as well. But it's super awesome getting to chat with people about all the cool stuff they do in D&D. I also am the head of marketing at Dwarven Forge, which is super cool. If you like having beautiful terrain for your tabletop games, we make it and you can buy it and I can feed my family, which is pretty cool. But today I will be playing Rennet Kashar. He is a Mark of Finding Half-Orc, Way of the Long Death monk, and he was born to run. And that's about all you need to know about him.
All right. So who got the next highest?
Got a 13. Anybody?
I got a 6.
Okay. Okay, I'll go. Hello, everybody. My name is Hope Lavelle. I am a producer performer and you might know me best from D&D Beyond's Beyond Heroes or Silver and Steel shows, where I play Penelope Halfpint. And actually, I will be playing Penelope Halfpint today. And Penelope Halfpint is your sweetest, cutest little halfling druid, here to be your friend. Yay!
And I am last, I suppose.
Yep.
I already introduced myself a little bit, but my name is Jeff Athey. I'm a writer, actor, and producer, and I'm going to be playing Kevin. He's like fantasy, but fantasy Kevin with a Y. And he was born on a farm until one day he was told that he was supposed to be a king because Kevin is born to be a king. And so he set out to find his brother who stole his throne.
Excellent. So our party is starting. I'm going to keep smacking my mic, I think. Our party is a bunch of level 9 adventurers. All of you at some point or another have found it useful to be a part of this adventuring guild. Perhaps it's not your main source of income, but it offers a good portion of revenue and access to some really interesting treasures and stories. And recently, a contract has come up that you all were selected for. Now, I'm going to say that in this case, you all have worked with each other before. And I'd like to hear from the players and characters here a little bit about like your previous adventures, things that you all have done together, and the interactions that you have had to understand this party dynamic a little bit.
Well, in one adventure, all of you helped me take down my bitter rival, storyteller Inkwell Potsby. And he had gotten his hands on a powerful magical artifact that allowed him to bring his stories to life, but he's a terrible storyteller, so they were all just awful stories. So I stood back and largely watched all of you fight these terrible creatures while I finally stole the magical artifact from Inkwell, so he couldn't bother and pester other people anymore with his just terrible tales.
It was really impressive the way that you literally did not help during that fight at all. That's what I
not-
remember most, was
not
how
at all,
pristine you
yeah.
looked afterwards.
I played some music at the start.
It was very nice music.
Yeah.
Gotta admit.
It was, you get the rile up and also make you think I'm doing something so that I could then, do nothing for the rest.
Well, I've of course recalled the time, I think, when we first all banded together. We were brought together to take care of that displacer beast issue that poor town was having, and that was a time ago, but it was a tough one. I particularly recall Kevin, well, doing unspeakable things to that poor beast, but fair to say the problem was handled, and I think they made a statue of you in that town, if I do recall.
They do. People make lots of statues of me. It's very odd, but very fun for my face.
I still have a pair of gloves from that displacer beast that we.
That was creepy.
Yeah.
A little unsettling.
But why was a displacer beast wearing gloves?
That was part of the mystery.
Okay, but you guys can't forget about our one adventure that was really special, which was when we were invited to a Luxodon birthday party and we made flower crowns for all of them. You guys learned very quickly how to make flower crowns. I was very impressed.
I'm so sad that Rennick picked such poisonous flowers for his flower crown.
It's okay. I just took care of the poison. It was
Right.
fine.
Literally, no one could have known that those flowers oozing black ink could have been problematic at all. I mean, there was no indication.
I mean, of course, my favorite time that we all had together was when y'all helped me track down those thieving scoundrels who stole all of my paintings from our glorious, glorious stronghold. They were taking everything away, and so It's the only thing in my life that I care about.
Now, if I recall, they were being repossessed by the local government because you failed to pay your taxes, but you tell it any way you want to. That's fine.
That's just a matter of perspective.
I was so sad that the paintings that you usually put in my room had been somehow set on fire, and I never figured out exactly who did that.
It's truly a mystery.
It was
I'm still
tragic.
on the case today, right now. I have a notebook in my back pocket looking for suspects.
I'm sure certainly someday we will figure out exactly what happened there.
I actually managed to
day.
save one. Just a little one. I saved one. I got it. I
Oh,
treasure
oh,
it.
oh, wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, on this fine morning, you all are making your way to one of the larger keeps in this area. This is the capital city of this empire, and it's a port city, pretty bustling and busy. And this particular household has been put in charge of hosting a large dinner for some high mages that have come to the area to aid in just some protections, and also it's basically like Mage Con, and they have some very particular tastes, and they've hired one of the most eccentric and well-known chefs who require some ingredients that have to be fresh and have to be gotten about the same day that they're going to be prepared. And so you all have been asked to meet with this chef to learn what his particular requirements are for this feast. And go ahead.
I must say, I am quite excited. I've heard many things about this particular chef's specialties, and I cannot wait to try some of them.
Great.
Well, if there's anything that I enjoy, it's a magical feast. So I hope that they have some tasty hors d'oeuvres.
Uh, you all are brought to the keep and brought down, not quite into the kitchens, but like there's like basically like the staging area where the platters are brought out and before they're brought up. You can see the kitchen's already bustling, lots of things are going on. And as you're arriving, there's the housekeeper is there. And she's like, right. So you're the group that's to go get all of the ingredients that are needed.
Yes, and I was told that we would have a chef's table after we were done with everything. We would be able to sit with
I'm
good seating. I was
It-
told we would have a prime
that's-
position.
If that's something you really want. And you just hear this bellowing yell from the kitchen of like, it's bad. I mean, by all yes, if you wish to have a chef's table in the kitchens after you're done with all this, we'll make sure that happens. Chef, it's like, the shoppers are here. And like you're just hearing this a cacophony of noise come from this individual. And as he rounds a corner, it's a bit shocking to see a halfling. He's got blonde hair kind of tousled all over the place, wearing very clean chef's uniform with an apron and a couple little dustings on it. He throws a towel over his shoulder as he comes out. And despite being only about 3 feet tall, like his presence kind of fills up the whole room that he's in. It's like, right, so you're here to get my ingredients. You won't muck it up?
No, of course, sir. And might I say, I am quite a fan of your cooking. I've heard many good things about your restaurants, and I am just such a fan. It's a wonderful pleasure to meet you today.
Right. Don't waste my time.
No.
I am a very busy person, and I have a lot to do. So the ingredients we need the mushrooms, we need the pepper,
We're
and we
getting
need
it.
the herbs.
We're getting Are you sure you didn't mean to contact Drawbridge Dash? I think they're more of the people who typically go and pick up the food for you. we do more of the punching and the killing.
Mm. Who's the one with brains in the group?
That would be me.
Why didn't I volunteer for that?
Right. The purple spotted mushroom. You're familiar with this. Of course you're not. You're not a connoisseur of fine dining. This is a mushroom that grows deep within caves, and it grows on the decaying carcasses. There has been spotted some, though, growing in one of the caves near some of the mountains. Luckily for all of you, not too far off from that cave, there is a collection of griffins. The griffins are important because that's how you're going to get the yellow peppercorns. Going up to the peak of the mountains, that is where you're going to find the Phelan herb. That is incredibly important. Those all need to be collected now.
Okay.
Like first, would you prefer them collected first?
Whichever, if you want to start at the top of the mountain and move your way down, that's fine. Whatever you wish to do.
Okay, so all I heard was griffins because that sounds amazing.
And I heard something about a sick mushroom.
Okay.
No
You
worries,
see
Chef.
him, like-
I was taking notes throughout the experience, and I believe
wait.
I have it right for you.
Yes, I got it. Purple spotted mushrooms and decaying carcasses in the mountain cave. Griffins will take us to the yellow peppercorn and there's something about a fallen herb on the top of the mountain. Am I close?
Penelope, well done.
Very close. And Penelope, I would say you also know, you've heard tell of yellow peppercorns, but your understanding is they are incredibly poisonous.
Are you sure that's something that you want to cook with?
The yellow peppercorns that have been ingested by the griffins.
Oh, so we
The
have to...
magical essence of the griffins removes all poison from the yellow peppercorns. If you were to bring me some that have not been passed through a griffin, I will know immediately.
You want us to cut him out of the griffin?
I think we
follow.
would know
I got you.
immediately as well. Probably by the smell, I would imagine.
No, you don't cut it out of the griffin. It has to go through the entire digestive tract in order for all the poison to be removed.
And how do we know it's gone through the digestive tract?
Penelope, are you sort of like obviously a druid? Like,
Yes, I wear a shrub cloak.
yeah.
So subtle.
He'll kind of look over to you and be like, you could explain that part. Right. The purple mushrooms are going to be somewhere in a cave. It's about, the best we can know is a few miles south of where the griffins nest, but there seems to likely is a collection of corpses in there. Not entirely sure why, but they're there, so have at it. And then
there's
up towards
dastardly or
the...
terrible reason for a pile of corpses in a cave.
Why do you think I'm hiring you and not using Drawbridge Dash?
That's fair.
Well, plus the
Up
service
towards-
charge is just so unreasonable.
Yeah, they are unreasonable, I must say.
2 gold for a service charge. It is too much. Towards the peak of the mountain, that's where you find the Phelan herb. And Penelope, you would also know of this. Go ahead, actually make a nature check for me.
It's a 16.
16. All right. So, I can see your rolls on the... That's
I
cool.
know, that's so great. Wow.
D&D Beyond, not a sponsor, but awesome tool.
Note to self: do not lie about roll.
The 16, you've heard of this herb before. It is incredibly rare and incredibly difficult to get, though you're not entirely sure as to why. But you would know what it looks like, essentially, or you like have a good idea. Like you've seen probably dried up bits of it, and then also sketchings and things as well. So you would know what it looks like.
Guys, this is so exciting. It's like a treasure hunt.
Oh, I love treasure.
Yeah. It's
So
edible
would it like a
treasure.
treasure hunt? Yes.
Yes.
Speaking of
it'll-
treasure, what fee did we agree on in addition to
Uh,
the chef's table?
Yes, sure. You could. You're not going up where all the mages are, of course, but if we trying to eat a little bit down here. But I think the agreed upon fee was 1,000 for your group.
1,000 electrum.
Gold.
Go. Oh, better. Yeah. No, that's better. I don't know why we have electrum. Honestly.
I don't either. It's bizarre, but it's there.
Well, excellent. That sounds fair.
All right. So, and he snaps, and one of the other cooks comes out. Notably, this is a Goliath who kind of cowers before this gnome, and like, yes, Chef Flamsy. It's like, you have the map. You have the map. It's like, yes, Chef Flamsy. Give them the map. Yes, Chef Flamsy, and he hands you all this map. And it marks a mountain called Blue Peak Mountain. All of you make a history check for me.
14.
18.
Ooh. So,
6.
Minstrel, you're the only one who knows this. And probably from like playing in different taverns and getting around a little bit. You know that this mountain's actually called the Mountain of Fools. And typically, like on maps of the region, this mountain is basically marked with a big skull and crossbones.
Is there a hilarious and ironic reason why it's called the Mountain of Fools?
Because you're a fool to try and scale it, essentially.
So no. I'm sorry, did you mean a different Blue Peak Mountain? Was it perhaps one further to the east, maybe?
No,
Oh,
the ingredients we need are on this mountain. We're paying you handsomely to go and get it. It's dangerous. I understand. That's why I have to pay you 1,000 gold to get some ingredients for my dinner.
yes, I can see how that would be the case. So that everybody else is aware, it's I don't know, how do I put this? Terrifyingly dangerous on this mountain.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
We're
Yes, you
up to
would
the
say
task.
that. Yes, of course.
There is one thing I like in a meal, it's a challenge.
Danger is the spice of life. Don't you agree, Chef?
No, pepper and salt. Those
Oh.
are the spices of
Yes,
life.
salt is quite good.
You can't ingest danger through a griffin, so I mean, it's a similar thing. Is all I'm trying to say. Whatever. Have you hired anyone else to try and do this? Are we the first people you came to?
I went to your guild. They were sent you.
Okay, just want to make
And
sure you know that
as
we're
he's
the
saying that,
first
like you hear
choice.
this crash behind it, he's like, and he quickly writes down on a piece of paper just how much of each of the herbs he needs, and it's like, need them by sundown.
Sundown should be no problem. We shall acquire them or shall die in the process. And by die, I mean my other compatriots. I will almost definitely make it back and enjoy our dinner together.
As he takes off, the housekeeper comes and she's got like this big bundle of things. And you all get some climbing gear. So there's a set of climbing gear for each of you. Also, like you get each of you get some bags to help kind of preserve the herbs and things to make sure that they don't rot or fall apart during transportation. And the Goliath chef who is there is like, I make potions. Can I give you some of my potions?
Yes, we would love that.
Here. And they give you each 3 potions of wonder. So I love the deck of wonder from Gemhammer and Sons Gaming. And so
I've
each of
never
you
heard
get
of
to
this.
it is a deck of random things that can happen. And so when you choose to, you drink the potion and things will happen.
I drink that
and-
potion.
All right, so how I'm going to do this, I'm going to hold up the deck and I'm going to just start going through it. And when you tell me to stop, that will be your card.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, this is really cool. Penelope, you gain the resurrecting powers of a phoenix.
What?
The resurrecting powers.
USA
So, Penelope, as you drink this potion, like it kind of feels fiery inside of you, and like you have sort of these images of a phoenix, and you feel like this sense of almost invincibility about you. Like you can do anything, you could take care of this.
Guys, I got this. I feel so invincible. This is gonna be great.
Perhaps we shouldn't let Penelope drink any more of these.
I'm ready. I'm wired. Ah! And she starts bouncing off the walls.
And the chef kind of gives you 2 thumbs up. It's like, it's good, right?
Ah!
Yes, you've absolutely doomed us. Thank you so much.
Good luck. All right. Would there be any supplies or any other things that your characters would want to get?
Somehow my character's starting stuff didn't include any rope, and I think it is tragic whenever I play a D&D character that doesn't have rope. Is there a way for me to acquire
Yeah, the
rope?
climbing kit would have had like 100
Oh,
feet of rope, like 2
perfect.
50-foot lengths for each of you. So
Let's
I have a question. Was there anything like tasty going on in the kitchen?
There's definitely a lot of like good smells coming out. But it doesn't look like any meal is necessarily ready as of yet.
Uh, so I suppose Kevin can't take like a spicy piece of meat from the kitchen.
No, they're just starting to prep like all the sauces and things right now. It's probably like 6 a.m. at this point, and like the feast is supposed to happen around midnight.
That's fair. That makes sense. I think Kevin's about ready to go then.
How raw do you eat it, Kevin? Maybe there's some
yeah.
uncooked pieces of meat in the kitchen.
Yeah.
He eats all of his meat raw just to like see how well he can take it.
He just believes that it's steak tartare, no matter how it's been cut or prepared.
It makes him more of a man. That's how he was raised.
It's amazing. All right. So you all, if there's nothing else that you want, and you do all have like food supplies, and I think I told you you have a few healing potions and things like that as well. Um you start making your way towards the mountains. So where this city is situated, there's a range of mountains that come in, and then like there's this big bowl of a harbor, and the city's kind of in there, and like the mountains kind of stop where the city is, and then they continue on the other side. So you're heading more towards the western side where the mountains are.
Kevin, tell me once again how wealthy your kingdom is and how much we will all be rolling in wealth once you reclaim your throne.
Well, it all started back when I was a young man of 4 years ago.
Oh, I see I've started something I cannot stop. I apologize.
Evan goes on a very long ramble talking about his feud with his brother and his fated kingdom. He's never met any of them before, either. One day, a minister just showed up to my farm and he said, "Are you Kevin?" And I said, "Close." And he said, "You're a king." And I said, "Oh, that sounds fun." And so I set off on my journey.
I don't know why, but are you Kevin? Close.
Were you abducted? Is that what happened? Have you ever thought through this? You know what? Never mind. And I just kind of walk away from the talk to go up and in front of the group and kind of scout up ahead.
Mhm.
No,
All
where
right.
are you going? I missed it.
Go ahead and give me a perception check as you're scouting up ahead, and y'all are you've left like the suburbs of the town and starting to scale up into the hills.
Rolling perception. That's 21 plus I get a D4 because I'm a mark of finding. So 24.
24, nice. Uh, Reddick, as you're looking and kind of ignoring the conversation behind you, you look up and you see the peak of Blue Mountain in front of you, or the Fool's Mountain, or Mountain of Fools, sorry. And it's kind of an interesting thing. You do note the shape of it; it's sort of almost chair shaped. Um, and on the very peak of it, you see this bird like looking around and just kind of looking, and then it flies off. And like at first, you're like, "That's cool." And then, like, a moment later, it kinda hits you how far away the mountain is and how clearly you could see the bird on top of the mountain.
That's big. Okay. Noted. Keep going.
Does he tell any of us about
Moving forward.
All right. The map that you all were given essentially shows that there, towards the foot of the mountain, are these caves where you can acquire the purple mushrooms. And like the chef was saying, a few miles higher than that are the nesting grounds of the griffins, where they're hoping that there's lots of poop, so probably lots of these peppercorns that they're looking for. And then towards the very top of the mountain is where they're hoping that you can find the herbs. So would you want to start like at the top and move your way down, move your way up, or go in the middle and then kind of just jump around?
Penelope, you seem to kind of know a little bit more about these things that we're looking for. It's kind of more your area. You have any suggestions about a order of operations here?
Yes. I think we should start with the mushrooms because they'll keep longer, and then we'll go up to the griffins and find the yellow peppercorn because we want them to be fresh, and then the herbs because they're very rare and it might take us a long time to find them.
Can't argue with that.
Mm, That is what I was going to say.
Seems a solid plan to me. I will insist, by the way, I am not touching those peppercorns in any way whatsoever. Just letting everybody know.
That's okay. I don't mind poop.
All right.
To the
Uh,
mushrooms then.
To the mushrooms. So, who's going to be leading? You'll make the survival check to just see if how easy it is for you to find this cave.
I think
you know what?
typically I'm a tracker, so I think I'm typically up out in front, but I don't want to jump the line on anyone.
No, you go ahead, but I'm gonna be right behind you because I am blessed by the phoenix, and
Oh.
I will protect you.
I believe you will, and the Phoenix thing concerns me, but I think we'll get into that later. Let's see. So I will roll survival. I get a plus D4 on that too.
Oh, jeez.
I know these Eberron Mark of whatevers are pretty fun.
Yeah.
So 23.
23. Easy enough. You start finding your way up towards where this cave is, marked on the map. It's a fairly rudimentary map, but like it's got enough little points of interest and waypoints that you can figure out where you are. And also with a 23. And what's your passive perception, by the way?
Passive perception. That's an excellent question. 17.
17 for you. How about for everybody else?
14 for me.
14 as well.
Penelope, what's your passive?
13.
13. Okay. Yeah. So, again, Reddick, with the highest passive perception there, you would notice as you're starting to come up tracks. And these are tracks that you most definitely recognize. You've all had to deal with these types of creatures before. You see goblin tracks.
Goblins. And are they? Does it seem like there's a lot of them?
Make an investigation check.
So many rolls.
Penelope,
Yeah.
do you have any idea what any of those hand signals mean?
14.
I guess it was, hey, buddy, you're my friend. I love you. That's what I
Perfect.
thought.
14. Hard to say. You've probably never seen less than 7 goblins operating together.
As we all know, we ain't never seen more than or less than 7 goblins operating together. So keep a weather eye out.
We've kept very accurate numbers on those levels, yes.
Counting is important.
All right. Moving along, are you all going to start stealthing or just kind of keep going?
A stealthy party at all? I wouldn't think so.
Kevin
mean-
is not particularly quiet, no.
I've literally been singing almost this entire time.
Rennick is trying to be quiet, but as he tiptoes, there's just a cacophony of noise behind him, I assume.
Penelope
Yeah,
could.
I'm kind of picturing him like sneaking from rock to rock, and the rest of the party's just kind of out and shuffling and kicking stones or breaking things.
Exactly.
Penelope could cast Pass Without Trace, but she's not gonna.
Okay.
Da. She doesn't feel any danger, so she's
Okay.
not expecting anything.
All
Kevin
right.
is
So,
just
I suppose also I could cast silence, but
But then nobody could hear your singing.
then I can hear I'm playing the harmonica and nobody can hear my harmonica playing. That's just tragic.
that would be awful. That would be the worst ever. So, all right. So, as you all are making your way up this cliff face, you do notice what looks like the entrance of the cave, but it's up a ways, and there's like this smaller, like swishback trail that leads up to it. Are you just going straight in, or
I'm gonna loudly proclaim, "There's the cave we're looking for."
Yeah, there's the cave. Let's
Perfect.
good job.
guess we're looking for dead body mushrooms. Is that right?
So, minstrel, does a nat 20 hit you?
Yeah, probably. Let me double check my armor class. Yes.
So as you proclaim, there's the cave, an arrow comes flying out from the cave and impacts your shoulder, doing 9 points of piercing damage.
Wow.
Oh,
Dear
whoops.
God! The cave is attacking us! Everybody duck and cover!
Penelope hides behind you.
Kevin
So
steps in.
let's go ahead and roll some initiative. All right, did anybody get above a 20?
Uh,
No.
Okay. Who is next? I saw all the rolls go. Oh wait, I can click on a thing and see your rolls, huh? That's so cool.
it even tells you that they're initiative rolls.
It does. This is
That's so cool.
absolutely amazing. Okay. That's-
Oh.
And then we've got, whoops, minstrel 17. I'm missing somebody's roll.
Do you have mine? I'm not 100% sure. I
No.
coded a sheet
Oh.
correctly.
Oh, I don't think you joined the game. Yeah.
You're just not in the
Oh, I'm so
campaign.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Um,
What's yours?
I rolled a 17.
17. Oh, okay. So we got it tied.
You can go ahead of me.
Okay. Or you two can plan something together.
Oh
always-
yeah.
I'm a fan of
that.
that. Like if you
That's
have
cool. I like
ideas
that.
of things that you want to do to kind of go off of each other. Oh, I forgot to pull this for my nat 20, but starting from now, I'm also going to be using the Deck of Sunders and Deck of Blunders. So if you roll a nat 1 in combat, extra bad things can happen that are kind of fun and interesting. And if you get a nat 20, you get extra damage plus whatever the card is from there. So, but with a 20 for their initiatives, the goblins are going to go first. And
I don't
so
like how well these goblins are rolling.
you hear 2 more arrows come flying down at you all. Are you still, I'm assuming you all kind of ducked behind some rocks and stuff. So I'll go ahead and say just add 2 to your armor classes because you're under some cover right now, but they are up higher than you, so they can still see pretty well. So we've got they probably go for, I'll say Kevin and Rennick. So Rennick, that's going to be a 17.
Normally that would, for the sake of fun, I'm going to say I was not behind a rock just because I want to do cool monk stuff. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so
Yep.
17 hits, but I want to use my reaction to deflect or catch the missile.
Nice. Go for
Because
it.
I've been playing Rennick in a campaign for literally over a year and have only gotten to do this once. So gosh darn it, I'm going to do it today.
Oh, heck yeah.
Apparently
love
there are no
this.
arrows in Barovia. I don't know what's up with that.
Oh,
What?
Okay, so that arrow comes flying in. The damage I take is reduced
Oh.
1d10
Oh, I have to roll
plus
the damage.
13.
Well,
I'll
so
roll
that's 7 damage.
7. So that's definitely reduced. I reduce it to 0, and I have a free hand. I'm going to spend a key point to make a ranged attack. How far away are they?
We'll say 50 feet.
50 feet. Okay, so I think I make that a disadvantage because my range is 20/60. So let's
Mhm.
roll an attack as a monk weapon. I don't know how that works.
So it'd just be like the same thing as like a punch.
That's just my like normal unarmed strike. Okay, so
Yep.
All right. Well, the first one's a 15. The second one is a 24. So does a 15 hit?
15 hits. Yep, they're
Cool, so I
goblins.
and then sling it back at the goblin, doing whatever damage the arrow would have done to me.
Okay, so first one takes 7 points of damage. Oh, which is enough. I forget the goblins. They don't have a lot of hit points. So what you see is this first arrow comes flying down towards Rennick. He grabs it right out of the air before it like gets it to his chest, kind of just throws it up in the air, flips it around, and just immediately chucks it back. And you can see this little goblin archer that's kind of just peeking up from the lip of the cave as the arrow hits him and just tumbles off into the distance. Second arrow that was coming towards Kevin, that was a 17 that I rolled plus 4, so 21.
Yes, that definitely hits.
All right. And that's going to be 7 points of damage, piercing damage to you.
Oh, that hurts.
And so you hear the remaining goblin kind of chittering. And you hear this kind of in the cave, this more sound. That's the end of the goblin's turns, and it has retreated into the cave. And so, Rennick, it is your turn.
Okay, so there were just two of them, and one ran into the cave, so it's now
Mhm.
probably 60 plus feet away.
Yeah, it's used its movement to go into the cave.
Okay. And last question, taking potions, action or bonus action?
Bonus action to take a potion, action to feed a potion to somebody else.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to chug one of my potions of wonder.
Awesome. And just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right. Oh, you haven't gotten too much, but you gain all the benefits of a long rest.
I'll take that one key point back, please and thank you.
Yeah.
Loaded. All right.
So as you're running along, you start chugging this potion. You feel like I figure it like you've been a little tired from this morning, but it's like getting a really good shot of espresso.
Well, Mistral's stories just wear you out, listening to all that music and jabbering. So I just feel bright and chipper. But yeah, I'll just run straight up towards where the cave is. I can run up walls and stuff, so I'm assuming I can just like.
Yeah. So you all see Reddick just kind of take off, chugging this potion, and just like instead of taking the swishback up the hillside, he just runs straight up and is just lands and is right at the top of the this cavern or this cave.
And I'll kind of stop there and see if I can.
Oh,
He
he
literally
froze.
stopped there.
No.
He stopped there.
Wow.
He stopped
That
there.
was an amazing time to stop there.
Yeah, it was. Everybody
Oh,
support
no.
Jasper's game day. There's so much to help out with suicide. We'll have him stop there and we'll go to the next and we'll find out what he does when his internet catches up again.
Oh, there he is. Yay!
There he is.
Oh,
Maybe.
not.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh,
There we are.
I probably
Sure.
just messed up the Twitch overlay. Sorry, I'm down in Texas, and
Yeah.
we only got
Oh.
power
I'm-
back yesterday, so things have been a little weird down here.
I can imagine.
I'm impressed that you made it at all to the game.
Yeah.
It
So,
was- it
but you
was
froze
dicey.
very appropriately where you said, "I stopped there," and then it froze.
Oh, and I look in the cave.
All right. Easy enough with your passive perception. You see not too far in is the goblin who is outside running and yelling, and you do see what looks like 4 or 5 other goblins starting to kind of pop out.
And I'll just yell back down, be like, more in the cave. Do I have any movement left, or is there a
You're
rock near? I have 45 feet of movement.
45 feet. You probably no, you because yeah, they were about 50 feet away. Well, I'm trying to do quick maths in my head. No, you don't have any movement left. You would
Okay.
have been able to get right to the top.
And then I'll just kind of like crouch down, all
Okay.
prepared like.
All right, Penelope.
Why, Monk? Why? Don't worry, the Phoenix will protect you. And I'm going to use my movement to try to get up to the cave.
Okay. All right. And are you 25 or 30 feet movement speed?
I'm 25. My
Okay.
little legs.
Yeah, you're gonna have to run and dash. Going up and I'll just say like going up the switchbacks, like using all your movement. You get up there, you're a little like.
Okay. Give me a second, and then the Phoenix will protect you. And I guess that is my turn because that was
All
my
right.
action to dash.
All right. Do you have any? But do you want to transform as a bonus action or anything?
Yeah, why not? Penelope's like, I need the endurance of a bear. And I will wild shape into a grizzly bear or a brown bear. I'll have to pull it up.
Right. So you all see like Penelope just running frantically, getting to the top, just and just and it's humongous bears right there. I'm assuming you've all seen her do this before, but it still is like a little disconcerting. This small little druid just suddenly is there.
Are you out of breath as a bear as well?
Yes, you just and I'm like this big fluffy bear because everything Penelope shapes into is very cute, and so it's very fluffy and just like.
I feel like Kevin gets just a little scared every single time. He never remembers.
It's like, oh, almost pooped myself.
Just, I got it. Wait, nope, that's Penelope. I remember this time.
And Minstrel Kevin, it is your go. Sorry, I should have had Ren and Penelope go at the same time, but I'll get that next round.
I have an idea for you, Kevin. If you're in for it.
I love ideas. Let's go for it. I'm
Uh,
in.
Would you? Shall we do this like we did the Neverwinter job?
Well, of course, I remember exactly how the Neverwinter job went, but could you refresh my memory?
I'm gonna pat Kevin on the back and then dimension door both of us into the cave.
Nice.
So that Kevin can like hit the ground running into the monsters.
So, Kevin, as Minstrel is talking to you, there's suddenly just this little like, and that, when you go over a hill and your stomach kind of lifts for a moment, you kind of get that little feeling, and suddenly you're in a dark cave and you're looking forward and you see several goblins coming out towards you.
Kevin screams a little bit just from like shock of a dimension door. Just before how far away are the goblins? Are they
If Minstrel had gone into as far as the cave, he's probably 15 feet is the closest one.
Oh, beautiful. Could I bonus action rage and
Yes.
then go up and attack whatever goblin is closest?
Go for it.
And if it's possible, since we're doing a coincided term, I will also give him one of my bardic inspirations.
How do you inspire him?
I think when I pat him on the back, I say, remember to hold your breath and whistle a tune. And that's when the dimension door happened.
So can you come back going, but also feeling mild like, oh.
So he's trying to both hold his breath and whistle a tune, and he's just sitting there like.
And that's when the vein pops and you rage.
And he just like runs up with like the gnarliest face, trying to attack one of these goblins.
All right, go for it.
First attack is a. Oh gosh, where is it? There it is. 21. Does a 21 hit?
Yes, 21 hits.
Great. And do I get an extra attack?
I think so, right?
I believe I do.
You should have at least 2 for being a barbarian at level 9.
I do. And then my second attack nope, that's a nat 1.
Ooh! Fun deck time.
Woo!
All right. So we'll roll up the damage for this first one and we'll see what happens with the second as you tell me to stop.
Stop.
Right there. We have. All right. So I kind of like how your powerful strike is easily parried and your enemy uses their strength to grapple you. So we're going to kind of resolve this on the goblin's turns. Because I have an idea of what's going to happen now.
The idea of the goblin just catching the sword and then like climbing up and
just like putting in like a head choke.
So roll damage for the first one.
And that's not too bad.
Is it more than 7?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you come in and you instantly strike down one of the goblins. The second goblin, though, you notice well, probably not you, Kevin, because you are in a rage now, but the rest of you seeing in there's these goblins and there's this one that's a little taller and it's actually got like more of like kind of a shaggy look to its hair. And Kevin comes down and is just striking at it and it kind of just steps aside and smacks its hand. And there's this sort of strange smile on its face as it starts to transform and its body grows and the fingers come out into these splintery like nails. And you see the mouth kind of elongate, almost sort of wolf-like, but definitely still very goblinoid. as it has long fangs and pointed ears towards the back of its head. And now it is the goblin's turn. As oh, this will be fun. It's going to go ahead and make a bite attack. Oh, as first off, because let's resolve the card. It is as it parried that, it is going to try to grapple Kevin. So go ahead and make a contested grapple check.
Mm-hmm. That's strength, right?
Yep.
Oh gosh, it was this close to being another nat 1. That's 18 total.
All right. Got a 24.
Well,
Strong goblin.
So this
Well-
creature just comes and basically bear hugs you in and goes ahead and it's going to make a bite. And because you are grappled in it, it does have advantage, which I rolled terribly low, which is only going to be an 11 for it to bite.
oh boy, that does not hit.
Okay, you're just like flailing around as it is trying to bite down at you. It seems like the transformation and everything has been a little hard on it. So the other goblins come out. We're gonna have 4 run outside of the cave, and so it's gonna be 2 each to the bear and 2 each to Renix. So I'm gonna do Renix first. 2 first. Oof. All right, so I'm assuming a 12 misses. But then I rolled a nat 20. So I get a deck.
Man, that is one amazing monk that dodges those nat 20s.
All right. It is a hit against you, Reddick, so I'm
Okay,
gonna
I'll
let you tell
call
me
it.
when to stop.
If I don't
All
say
right,
stop,
stop
nothing.
one.
Oh, okay.
That's the top one.
Here we go.
Nothing will happen.
Ooh, the goblin gets to make another attack against you as a free action.
Okay.
So it's going to be for the first attack. Oh my gosh, I keep rolling so low on these nat 20s. So it's a 7 plus 2. So 9 points of slashing damage, and then its free attack against you is going to miss with a 13. All right, then the 2 running forward to the bear. We've got a miss with a 7 and then a 14.
14 will hit.
Okay. And oh, that's going to do 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then in the cave, we're going to have 1 run up to Minstrel. Sorry. I'm rolling a lot of nat 20s for the goblins.
Oh my gosh.
These are the worst goblins we've ever encountered.
So, Mitchell, go ahead. Tell me when to stop.
Nah.
All right. Alrighty.
I'm sure it'll be a good one.
Insta death.
No, I'm going to be kind, and it actually only just does the same thing I was doing anyway. Okay,
It's
so
not
9,
quite instant. It's over
Yeah.
a minute.
11 points of slashing damage to you as it hits you with a sword.
Ugh.
And then one last one, Kevin. It's coming at you, which it does get advantage because you are restrained, but it rolled terribly with a 13. So that's the goblins' turns. Reddick and Penelope, you two are up next, and you can help each other out or take turns separately, however you wish to do this.
You would know, Rennick, that when Penelope turns into a bear, that you can basically catapult yourself off of her, and she gives you like a little whoof
Okay.
if you
okay,
wanted.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would just instinctively know that I've got 2 near me, right?
Yep.
It's like
Yeah, you have 2
like
in
an
front of you,
Avengers.
and there's 2 in front of the bears. Yeah.
If I want to, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if this works because I want to trigger opportunity attacks. The ones in front of me, I reach behind me and I just like swing out this. It's like a 3-foot length of metal with like a curved blade on the end, and I just slice up at the one directly in front of me.
Go for it.
Oh no! I do 10 to hit.
10 does not hit,
Okay,
unfortunately.
then I'm gonna burn a key point to add. Hold on, where's that feature? When you miss within an attack roll, you can spend 1 to 3 key points to increase your attack roll by 2. So I'll spend a key. I will spend 2 key
You've
points to make that a 14.
You would. I'll go ahead and I'll save you this if you've fought goblins enough that you do know an AC of 15.
Okay, then I fought them enough, and I don't do that. I just go, oh, I hope nobody saw that, and I swing at that same one again with my second attack.
Okay.
That was embarrassing. Let's try again. Ooh, okay, 19,
19 hits. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
the damage for that.
and that is going to be 8 points of damage.
That's enough. So that one in front of you, like it dodges out to that. We'll say that was the one that got the nat 20. It kind of dodges out off to the side and it kind of grins up at you and you just kind of finish it off and toss it over the edge.
Oh, I like that extra, the flourish. Yeah, definitely right over
Yes.
the edge. Then after doing that, my mic is falling off. That's bad. After doing that, I turn and I run up Penelope's cuddly, cute, fuzzy bear back, and I will leap off and kind of try and come down and use my bonus action. Actually, man, monks have so many things we can do.
Monks are fun.
Yeah.
A key point as part of my attack, so I can make an attack with and I'll use my blade again to just come flying down and slice at one of the ones in front of her.
Go ahead and I'll let you have advantage on that attack because that sounds cool as heck.
Nice. The first one was a 17. Second one was a 12. So let's go with the 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
And that'll be 10 points of damage. So it's like,
More than enough. Yeah. So use that momentum to come down. So there's still 2 goblins out on the like porch area with you all, but that you're pretty easily fighting your way through them. All right, Penelope, how about for you?
So Penelope sees that Rennick has got it covered, and she's going to, without even hesitating, run over to Kevin and and try to attack this thing that's on him.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll as bear.
Bear gets a multi-attack, so I'm gonna do a bite first. Ooh, which is a 20.
That'll hit.
And that's 6 piercing damage. And then my claws will come out for a 24 to hit
That also hits.
for 8 points of slashing damage.
All right. So this big goblin that's just strange looking with these extra long, kind of hairy arms, sitting there, and you just come in and start slashing at it. This thing's terrifying. But you are a big bear. You also are terrifying.
In a cute way.
All right. Minstrel and Kevin, it is your turns.
Well, poor Kevin is terrified right now.
There's a bear attacking you, and this big goblin is giving you a hug that seems not very nice.
Oof. I think Kevin just wants to break the grapple. Can he try to just like get away from this goblin thing?
Yeah, and because you're raging, you have advantage on a strength check. So
Lovely. Oh boy. And okay. Well, it wasn't a nat 1 because of the advantage. But it was a 10.
You do have bardic inspiration.
yeah,
I'll use it.
It's a
go
D8.
for it.
Is it a D6 right now?
It's a D8.
D8.
A
'Cause you're level
D8 right
9s.
now.
Yeah.
+5. That's a 15.
Nice. Easily enough. You like this thing's trying to hold on to you, but
Hey.
you just snap out of it and turn around. You see the bear, you see the goblin. What do you do? Just don't bonus action.
Oh boy. What can he do? Is there anything else aside from like the goblin and the bear? Like, are there any other goblins around?
Yeah. There's like 2 or 3 other like some regular goblins around.
Okay. Shoot, I don't think I can do anything like that. I'm just gonna use my bonus action to I think just like do one more attack, I think, as a frenzy attack.
Okay. Are you frenzy raging?
I'm not.
So you can use your bonus to go into a frenzy.
I am gonna go into a frenzy. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. So Kevin breaks this grapple, comes out, and like you just see like another like vessel basically like kind of popped in his forehead, and he's just like,
Oh, he's just so scared about this bear and this goblin, and everything is going wrong.
this defense mechanism of like I'm going to be angry instead of show fear.
Just
And minstrel.
Is the effect? Can I tell if the effect on the goblin is a magical effect, or is it like a natural ability, like a shape-shifting druid or something?
You can either make history or arcana check.
I'm equal on both those. I'll make an arcana check. Oh, it's terrible. Okay. I
Not
got a
sure.
10.
Yeah. This seems weird though. Like I will say like
what a
with a 10, the
strange little creature.
closest thing it reminds you of is like maybe like a werewolf or a were creature of some kind.
Okay. I'm not gonna assume dispel magic is gonna work on that. In that case, I'll just insult him.
All right.
So
that's
I'll do
a
vicious mockery.
wisdom save, I think, for him.
Yeah. And then I'll also give another bardic inspiration, and this one I will give to I think Penelope.
I am switching up dice, I promise. But I got another 20 for the save.
What?
Oh wow! So
It's crazy.
I have the spell shield, and I have cutting words to lower somebody's save. But every attack against me has been a critical hit, so shield wouldn't help me.
Aw.
And cutting words, of course, won't help when they do a nat 20 save.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I sort of flounder on the insult, and so I say
Yeah.
like, "You are terrifyingly strong and awesome." Nope, that was probably more bolstering than insulting. Penelope, remember the song I sang in that battle when we were in oh blast, where were we? When we were in the Neverwinter Vault.
And Penelope as a berry just goes rah 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 rah.
Yeah, that's basically it. Not very, but yeah, that's basically it.
I love it. All right. Anything else for actions, bonus action? I think that's everything that is
think it's
Minstrel
probably
running out of the cave? Or is he kind of staying where he is because he's kind of like nearish the entrance?
Are there any more goblins outside the cave or on
There's
my way
two
out of
outside the cave, and there's the one next to you.
So I want to be sort of away the maximum distance from all the goblins, but I don't want to have to pass by a goblin. So I'll stay in the cave, but sort of
Okay. So
between
backing
teammates.
to the
I'm
wall.
trying to
Yeah.
hedge teammates between the goblins and me.
Probably in the best place for that. As it comes to the goblins' turns, I'm going to do the goblins first, then the big guy. So actually, I'm going to roll digital. I'll roll some digital dice and see if they're nicer to you. All right, it's the two outside near Rennick. Do. Oops, that's a 14. And then do one more. And that's also going to be a miss. All right. So that works better for y'all. Minstrel, this is another scimitar attack towards you. 17.
I will use my shield spell.
Hey!
I'm going to increase my armor class to 18 and cause it
So
to
that
miss.
that misses. All right. So there's going to be two goblins up towards Penelope. So we've got dirty 20, which is going to be 3 damage.
Okay.
And then probably a miss with a 12.
That hits.
Oh, 12 hits? Okay, 5
Yes.
damage for that one.
Yeah, brown bears have no armor.
All right. And then 2 against Kevin.
Was that the attack roll or the damage?
Attack rolls coming through. So 22 to attack.
That definitely hits.
All right, 3 damage.
All right.
And then last one from the little guys, which that's going to be a miss with a 13. All right. Oh, Kevin froze.
Teammates, try not getting hit by the attacks. It seems quite effective.
All right, the big guy.
Leaves.
Yeah.
Has a change of heart. Joins our team.
He looks over towards Penelope, and the long fingers kind of shift around, and so Penelope, suddenly you are floating off the ground as you start to levitate. And then it's going to go ahead and try to make a claw attack against Kievion. 18? Does that hit you?
Yes.
All right, 9 damage.
Oh, poor Kievian.
Remember to be having that though, because you're raging.
Yes.
So
I
All-
got those. I'm
all
just
right.
oh, he's just like a punching bag right now. Oh,
This barbarian. That's what. All
I
right.
just feel bad for my beautiful boy.
All right. Reddick and Penelope, it is your go.
You're floating. You want to go? You want to go first, or you want me to?
You go first. I'm trying to figure out how to float.
Okay, fair. I see that she's floating, and I look back. There's still two goblins outside the cave, right?
Yep, there's 2 outside, 1 next to Minstrel, and then 4 others, and plus the big
Okay.
boy.
I assume that the 2 outside are closest to me, so I'm just gonna move as quickly as I can, which is pretty quick, up to whichever one's closest, and just take a swing at him.
Go for it.
Alrighty, I think I will. That's gonna be a 27.
Yeah.
And that's going to do 8 points of damage.
That's enough. Another one goes, just yeets off the side of this little part of the mountain.
Yep. Is the other one like right next to it? I can just use my second attack on it right there. All right, then I'll roll my second attack on it. Swing it again. Oh, that's a natural one. No.
Oh my gosh.
We're
just
getting
rolled, like,
lots of
30
ones and
20s.
20s.
We're gonna
Yeah,
destroyed
stop.
by our dice here.
All right, let's see.
Oh no.
I'm trying to figure out how to
Oh,
do this.
no.
Your enemy calls in a group of minions. Technically, this goblin is already a minion.
He's just
Literal
gonna
little
summon a-
yellow minions come running in from.
No.
All right.
Double me.
So as
They're
this attack
They're just
misses,
smaller minions.
this
they have
goblin
a third
chitters
of a hit
out.
point.
And all of these, we'll say like angry weasels come up and there's 3 weasels now angrily storming around
Biting
your
at your
feet.
ankles.
Are you sure I did it? Are you sure I didn't take a potion of wonder? Because this is amazing.
maybe
I
they
think
maybe they took a potion of wonder.
Yeah, yeah.
To their advantage.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
there are 3 angry weasels now around your feet and a little goblin yelling at them.
What the? And I just like let my weapon swing to my side, and I just punch the goblin in the face
Okay.
with my for my bonus action. Actually, I'm gonna burn
Go
a
for
key
it.
point, and I'm gonna do flurry of blows. So I can
All
just
right.
do
This is an obscure reference, but I'm gonna say, hey Rennick, there's weasels on your face.
I'll Google the reference later, and then I'll laugh about it. I'm sure.
It's part of a Weird Al song.
I do. Oh man, you're taking me all the way back. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, the first punch is a 16 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay, and it does 7 points of damage.
Just enough. You just completely knock this goblin out. And you see the weasels kind of jump down on top of the goblin's body, angrily like hissing at you and kind of protective of it. And then like later they kind of just jump under it and start walking away with the goblin.
Oh, cool. I was gonna punch a weasel, but it's probably better that I don't. Okay, so that clears out all the goblins at the
Outside, yep.
outside.
Yep.
I'm assuming because I can move fast, I can get to the goblin that was near Mistral.
Oh, completely. Yeah. Yeah.
And is it?
He's
It's a
only
normal
like 20
goblin.
feet away
It's not
from
the.
you.
It's not the like.
It's a normal. Yeah. This one's
Okay,
a normal goblin.
then I will run up to it and use the next or my final punch for my flurry of blows to take a punch at it.
All
And
right.
It's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
And that does 7 points of damage.
Just enough. Again, you come in. Make sure you see Rennet come in and just kind of like elbow to the one in front of you.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to get that? Do you want? I can put him
No,
back
no,
up.
no,
Do you
no,
want?
no.
You sure? Okay.
I prefer
alright.
not, in fact. Now, if you could just beat up the Hulk goblin that's over there.
Yeah. Where's the whole goblin at?
It's the gigantic one attacking the bear.
Oh, yeah. Why is she floating? Anyway, my turn's over.
Yep. And yeah, Penelope, you've kind of floated up towards the ceiling. Like you could the only way you could propel yourself along is essentially just to push yourself along the ceiling.
Is okay. Give me a second to think about this.
You're not going to be
Penelope-
able to reach any of the regular goblins. I will say, like, if you want to try to attack the big guy, you can, but it'll be at disadvantage just because, like, you don't have traction to try and make your reach
if
happen.
I'm up at the ceiling, is there a way to like push off the ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I mean I'll try to attack. You said the larger creature.
Yeah, you can reach that one, but again, it'll be with disadvantage because you don't have any control.
Yeah,
Like, as soon as
control,
you start to
okay.
swing, like, your momentum's going to take you around and stuff.
So Penelope the bear just kind of sways and pushes off the ceiling and just kind of catapults in probably a spiral and goes to take a bite out of this creature.
Like a scene from Gravity.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Like really slow. Or 2001: A Space Odyssey. You're like very slowly drifting.
Oh, okay. So that's a 17 to hit. Or sorry. A 13 with a disadvantage.
Oh,
So that
13
doesn't hit.
13 unfortunately will miss as you go to try and bite.
So bite doesn't. So then she's kind of clawing her way as at disadvantage will not hit either. So she's just kind of flailing.
You see Big Bear like floating around trying to hit as it comes to Minstrel and Kevin's turn. Or Kevin's, sorry.
If I were to say dispel the floating effect on Penelope, would she then come crashing to the ground on top of this giant?
We'll have it make a dexterity saving throw to see if it can get out of the way or not.
I'm gonna shout, Penelope, ton of bricks, and then I'm gonna dispel the effect.
All right. It is able to just kind of get out of the way just in time because it rolled a 19, or I rolled 17, but 19 with the. But Penelope, you're now on the ground. So.
And then just for the heck of it, I'm gonna drink a potion of wonder.
Ooh, all right.
There.
You create an illusionary image of a person of your choice, but they aren't wearing any clothing.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I think it's me then.
So you all look and you see Minstrel's just chugging a potion, and all of a sudden, poof, there's a naked Minstrel like standing right in the middle of the cave. Probably, I'm imagining like kind of proudly just standing there. Like,
yep. And I
Not
think
again.
Minstrel
Why?
sort of-
Every time.
Minstrel sort of looks over and he goes, "Hello, how do you do?" And the Norwegian one also says that back. It's great to be.
Some of the goblins look really confused. All right, Kevin.
Yevyan goes. There are goblins left, right? He's just gonna like
Yes,
run
there's
up.
the big one, and then there's I think I've said like we'll say three are left around the big guy.
I think he wants to hit the big one. He really wants to hit that big goblin.
All right. And
And
don't forget, you can attack recklessly.
Yes, I was about to say I'm going to reckless attack.
All right.
So that is a. It's not great. Come on. There we go. That's not terrible. So that's a 22. Does a 22 hit?
22 hits.
Oh, thankfully. That's the first attack.
You have your frenzy now too.
I am. I would also like to frenzy.
I think you frenzied on the.
Oh,
yeah,
I,
you're
That's fine.
frenzied.
So-
So yeah,
so
you
so
get
you
like
actually
all
get
the extra.
bonus attack now.
Yep.
oh, that's not terrible. That's not great. Does a 15 hit?
15. You rolled with advantage for the second attack too.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah. No, unfortunately, 15 won't hit.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But I'll go ahead and roll damage for the for the one that I
Yeah.
did.
What? So you should have 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was just rolling that damage. And the last one does an 18 hit?
Yes, an 18 hits.
Ooh, thankfully.
I'll
Yay.
let you all know 17 is the number you're going for with this guy.
Oh, great. So that's not great. 13 for the first one and
Okay.
8 for the second one.
I can do math. All right, so you come in kind of just angrily and just start swinging your great axe around, and you're able to connect a couple of times, hitting this creature, and it just kind of, and it has to make oh no, wait, the spell was dispelled, so it doesn't have to make Constitution saving throws. Haha. All right. And that's all your turns. The goblins, like I said, there's only 3 left. One is going to go and attack the bear, which is going to miss with an 8. We'll have one go against Rennick, which is going to be a 22
That hits, allegedly.
for 8 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then the last one, actually, I'm going to make an intelligence check for it.
It's trying to decide to attack me or the naked mirror.
It goes and
Yes.
attacks the illusion. The last one attacks the naked
Yes.
illusion.
Make the
And-
bad man go away.
Like you see it like skewer like its scimitar like right into the center, and then kind of confusingly like move it around the illusion, and then like it kind of steps into the illusion. Seems to just be very confused as it is doing that. The big
Miss
one.
goes, no! It's the most emotional you've ever seen him get over it.
Not me.
Kevin, are you immune to being charmed right now because of your rage?
You're gonna be doing that thing. Maybe? I'm so sorry. I've never played a barbarian before. I don't believe that I am. Unless I can
Because
find it somewhere
you're a
else.
berserker, right?
Yes. Am I
I
missing it
think-
somewhere?
Yeah, look under features and traits if you're on D&D
Yeah,
Beyond.
I'm pretty sure berserkers. I just played one a little while ago, so who was actually level
You
9?
can't be
so I-
charmed or frightened. Oh yes, thank you so much. Mindless rage.
Okay. Yep.
Cool.
So you see this creature look towards you and kind of point at you, and it starts chittering, and like it seems like it's trying to do something to you, but like it's such a rage and like so terrified and just excited that like whatever it is can't set in, and it seems to get very angry, and it is going to now try to make a bite at you, which is going to be a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Where's my 8s? There's my 8s. 13. Which is 17 points of piercing damage as it just kind of lunges forward and then bites like right into your bicep.
All right, that's half to 9.
Yep.
All right.
Or-
Ow. That hurts. But he is slightly flattered that he's being pointed and talked about.
yeah.
What are you dreams
Yes.
about?
All right, Penelope and Reddick.
After you, Rennick.
All right, how many of these little goblin
There's-
folk are still running around?
There's 3 small ones and then the big guy.
I'm gonna try and just clear out the small ones. So whichever one's nearest, I'm gonna run up to that one and take a swing.
All right. There's the one that's playing with the illusion behind you. It kind of seems distracted, and then there's the two others that are more in front of you.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn to the one behind me and just slice at it with its back turned.
All right.
According to the internet, that's going to do a 13 to hit, which I
That will miss,
know will
unfortunately.
miss, but I will burn a key point to add 2 to that to make it a 15.
And that will hit.
Okay. And that's going to hurt it, I would imagine. Yeah, that's going to do 9 points of damage.
That's enough. So this one is like running around. So Minstrel, what you see is this goblin was like trying to attack your naked illusion. It jumped inside of the naked illusion, was kind of backing out, and then Rinnick's weapon comes down and just kind of cleaves it in two, also nicking your illusion as well.
Oh.
Careful there, careful.
Can you make it go away? Whatever. And I turn around and I run at the other two. And as I'm running, I'll pull my blade back once I get within 10 feet, because that's my throwing range.
Mhm.
And I'll throw it at, we'll call it number 1 on the left.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh, that will be a 10.
That
so
misses, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate. So I'll just keep running at that one and follow up on it with I'll do another flurry of blows.
All right.
So unarmed strike action. Man, that's an 11. And
Nope.
this is rough. So I miss it, and then I miss it. I'm just like, what is going on? And I'll do one more punch at it, and I will bravely miss it again.
So this one little
And,
goblin like is kind of just bobbing and weaving.
The Muhammad
and
Ali of goblins.
And
Dude,
like
goodness.
Minstrel's, I think, been singing it, so it's actually kind of been dancing to Minstrel's music as it's like coming out of the way of your different blows and everything.
I told you to stop singing during fight. This is your fault. This is not me. This is you. I didn't train for these conditions.
I thought a classic goblin fight song would be appropriate here.
It's pumping them up. You gotta. and
I
that'll
want to
that'll
know
be
what
the
a
end of my turn.
classic goblin song sounds like.
Yes. Is it like Rammstein?
Yeah.
I could picture goblins like rocking out to this.
Yes.
And I will dejectedly end my turn there.
Aw.
You feel shame as a bonus action.
It's a bonus.
It's actually a condition. It's ongoing. And,
Oh, okay.
Aw.
All right, Penelope.
All right, Penelope, with a new vigor, is going to charge, no longer floating, at this large creature.
All right, go for it.
And just take a bite for a 24 to hit,
That hits.
for 10 piercing damage.
Nice.
And the claws is another 20 to hit,
Yeah, that
for
hits.
10 slashing. It's not
Whew.
natural.
Okay. Dirty 20. Right, so Angry Bear coming in and just fighting and slashing at this guy. He's not looking happy at all. Which is going to bring us to Minstrel and Kevin.
Hit him, Kevin.
I mean, Kevin.
Kevin, sorry.
I say his name different every single time.
Okay, cool.
Once here it is. Yeah, he's just gonna hit him 3 times.
Go for it. Are you doing reckless or
Well,
regular?
Reckless for sure. All right. The first one is a 20 to hit.
20
believe-
hits? I saw you rolled a 26.
Nope, that was a mistake.
oh,
The
that's-
last one was a mistake.
Gotcha.
Yes. And it's just doing that. Oh, okay. At least it's advantage. So that's 5 plus 7 is 12.
12 unfortunately misses.
Yep, that makes sense. Come on, Kevin.
Kevin, go.
Do it.
Okay, 22.
22 hits. So 2 hits. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. So then that is going to be all right. So that's 10 plus where is that? 10 plus 6 plus another 6 is 22 points of damage.
Nice.
Kevin is just like screaming, screaming in a rageful fear.
I love it.
I'm gonna vicious mockery.
Okay.
This guy
big guy?
again. Attempt. Yeah, the big guy.
He fails. I rolled a 3.
Yay. I think this time. Oh, here I'll roll you. I'll get some damage. And this time, Mistral goes. Instead of strong, you're actually quite. And then the illusion goes quite weak. And ineffectual. And I go, yes, great job, wonderful job. And then I illusionary shake hands with myself, with my naked self.
I love it.
And I got an 8 on the damage on that.
Oh, nice.
And then why not use more bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
I'll drop one on Rennick since Rennick was having such a hard time in the last round.
So you see Minstrel and his naked illusion doing what?
We're both dancing. But I also change up the music a little bit. It's the same Duhast song, but now instead of talking about goblins being victorious, it's all about Rennick punching stuff.
It's now like it could picture it like a little shoo wop shoo do.
Yeah, it's like I give it like a little like a little bebop going on with the just to change it
Despite
up a
every
little bit.
instinct to the contrary, I just kind of start tapping my foot. I'm like, damn, if that isn't catchy.
Kevin starts beating his axe to like the beat of the music itself.
Nice. He's just yeah. All right. So I think I've said now we have 2 little goblins left. They are both gonna go. Actually, one for Rennick, one for Penelope. So the first one is gonna be a 10 to hit Rennick, which will miss, I think.
I like hang my head in shame right as they slice at me, and it just goes over my head.
It is gonna be a dirty 20 for our bear.
Yep.
Which is gonna be 5 points of slashing damage.
All right. Still up.
And big guy, he's going to go ahead and make a claw swipe towards Kievin, which he gets advantage on because of the reckless. Oh, it's not going to be great. 18?
Oh, me.
Yes.
Yes, that definitely hits.
All right. So that's 8 points of slashing damage to you.
All right, it's half to 4.
And you look at it as it does that. It kind of looks around at its goblins and it kind of gives a bark. And it grabs the one that was nearest it. And you see this sort of shimmering door appear before it, and the 2 step through and vanish.
Counter spell. Oh wait, no, I can't.
Says the monk.
I burned a
There's
key
still
point
one
to counter
goblin
spell.
left. But what you see, like when that happens, it looks like super like angry and looks like it starts tearing off towards the mouth of the cave.
Oh,
I will say reaction attacks of opportunity can happen right now for the 3 who are deeper in the cave. It's not quite to Minstrel and his illusion yet.
I definitely want to attack him.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I reckless an opportunity attack or no?
Yeah, you're already reckless, so yeah, you're still as far as I understand, you're still reckless. So
All right, so that's a 21. Does a 21 hit?
yeah, that definitely hits a little goblin.
Oh.
Oh, poor him. All right, that's 11.
Yeah, that's enough. So this last goblin just loses his head as he tries to escape. And it seems as though the danger has passed for the moment.
Oh,
Penelope will pop out of being a bear and go, "Yeah, we did it, you guys!"
Wonderful job. Just a spectacular job, everybody.
I wanted to hit him more. I was really disappointed that they got away.
Drive the enemy away is a victory just the same as killing them brutally, but it's a little less dirty.
I suppose.
In the air, you do
illusion tapped him on
smell
the back.
a bit of like the typical goblin smell, which is not pleasant at all. But then there is also like that extra layer of something rotting.
Rotting corpses. Corpses, guys, we have to remember the mission.
Oh yes, the mushrooms. That's why we came here in the first place.
Yes, Penelope starts looking for the mushrooms.
All right. So easy enough, you're able to walk in deeper into the cave, and you find that like there's actually just sort of a pile of different types of bodies in the back of this cave.
I won't ask
gross.
questions.
And most of them have these purple spotted mushrooms growing out of them.
Kevin is just kind of like poking at him, like with bats, like very far away.
Yeah.
Penelope will get in there and start like picking them very carefully and like smelling them. Ah, these are great, you guys. This is awesome. And
Are
start
they any
sticking
good to
mush-
eat?
Yeah, that's the point of them, right?
I mean, I suppose so. But,
Would you like to try
I'll wait until it's cooked.
one? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Penelope, if you want, you can make a nature check to see what you know about the purple spotted mushrooms.
Yes. Dee-dee. That's a 19.
19. These mushrooms are incredibly rare. You do know that, and difficult to get, and very, very frowned upon to farm for the obvious reason of how they need to grow. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but they're very tied to necromantic magic
Mm.
and useful in different types of potion makings. Notable, they can be used in healing potions and also potions that can help restore mages who have been using too much of their magic.
These could be bad, but they could be good. It depends on how you use them. So let's hope that they're using it for good.
Hmm.
Well, isn't that always the hope?
Well, on the bright side, they're gonna get a nice meal out of it.
We are going to get a nice meal out of it.
Ah ha ha!
I wasn't lying when I said that Chef Flamsy was quite famous for his food. I hope that you all appreciate the lengths that we're going through to get this chef's table.
Yes, thank you for gathering us this task, Mistral.
It is my pleasure. And then my illusion pats me on the back and says, "You've done a wonderful job." And I say, "Thank you so much."
When is he leaving? Is he with us now? Is this a thing?
I hope it's permanent. I'm going to assume it goes away right as I say that.
Yeah, yeah. About the time you say that, that's it just fades.
Oh, like a true friend passing away.
Oh.
Got dark very quickly. Did anybody see any griffins on the way up, or any sign of those creatures?
Usually like to stay at higher altitudes.
They're supposed to be at
we-
the let's see. Are they at the
In-
top of the mountain? I don't remember. I don't take good
So the
notes.
griffins are kind of a few miles above this cave. Is
Is
some griffin
anybody-
nesting grounds.
Does anybody need a healing potion? Are you guys feeling okay?
Will we have time to take a short rest on our journey?
Yeah, you all could take a short because it's probably getting towards 9 o'clock. Well, probably like 8:30 at this point in the morning because again, you started pretty early and you're not due back until sundown. You do have to get to the top of the mountain, but you have climbing gear, you have some magic at your disposal.
Let's
And
take a quick rest. Although preferably on the outside of the cave. The smell is sort of getting to me.
And Kevin is very tired after that frenzied rage.
Yeah.
He would love some tender love and care.
All right, so you all head out and find a place to rest. You do, as you're like going off, you do kind of see like off in the distance the goblin corpse getting taken away by the weasels,
Oh.
marching on for another day.
So this
I
is-
briefly think about chasing those things down just to punt a few weasels, but shake it off.
Even after a short rest, does anybody look bad? Does everybody?
Yeah, go ahead, roll up some hit dice for healing for anybody who needs it.
I know Rennick and Kevin took some damage.
Only a little bit. My hit dice will
Okay,
clean that right up.
cool.
The best part of a D&D stream, watching the players roll hit dice.
Watching the players,
know.
roll the hit
Take-
dice.
take short
Yeah,
rests.
so I will say, as you all are, I'll kind of narrate a little bit as you're sitting there resting up, looking up towards the sky and seeing, you do see a place where looks like a couple of griffins are potentially. And anybody who wants to, you can make either an animal handling or nature check for understanding of like the behaviors of the griffins.
15 for me for animal handling.
All right. So you know that like probably don't want to try and fight your way around the griffins. Getting close to their nests, well, probably there's going to be more scat there.
Mhm.
Probably wouldn't be advisable. You're towards late spring, so there are probably going to be hatchlings,
Mhm.
and they're going to be incredibly protective of them. With a 15, you would also know like the way that a lot of the griffins would fight, especially with someone who is your current size, would be to pick up and drop.
Oh yeah. Okay. So how far are we from those nests? Like at this moment, how long will it take us to get there?
Figure probably a good hour.
Okay, so
To
I'll
get it.
wait.
Hour and a half, yeah.
As we do approach and get closer at that time, I will be casting Pass Without Trace this time to make sure we don't startle anything.
All right. Anything else you all want to talk about or plan on during the short rest?
So are we just hoping we can sneak up and grab some of that poop? Or what's the plan? I don't feel. I can fight a griffin. I can fight anything. That's not a big deal. But what are you thinking here, Penelope?
Best is we can all get close, but I'm really tiny, and I can sneak, and I can get in there and grab all the poop, and we'll bring it back, and then we'll search for the peppercorn to make sure that's in there. You guys can help with that part if you want.
Should we prepare anything in the event that they haven't eaten any peppercorn yet?
Oh, good point. Okay.
Or if
Plan
they
B.
haven't pooped yet?
Okay, plan B
Good
is
point.
if they haven't eaten, then we give them the peppercorn. I'll be really nice. I'm really good at speaking with animals and making them my friends, and we'll have them eat. And then 10 hours later, we'll have some poop.
I
I'm
feel
noticing a
Anyone
flaw in the
have a
plan.
laxative?
Could,
Well, let's
could-
hope plan A works.
Fair. I don't have any way to make them poop faster. Perhaps we could feed them some of these potions of wonder.
You don't have a spell for that?
I don't. I mean, I can't think of one at least.
It's
What
a
if
new
we inspired
transmutation
them?
spell, explosive diarrhea.
Oh God.
I don't see one on my spells list. Scrolling through it. I have animate objects. I could animate the peppercorns to go through their digestive tract a little faster. But I think I might defeat the purpose of the digestive tract process in that case.
Yeah.
How many objects can I animate?
Oh God.
Can I
Doesn't it
animate
depend on their
swarm of
size?
Peppercorns.
All right. So as you all start making your way up towards where the griffins are, it's just gonna we're gonna kind of stealth our way there.
Yes, with pass without trace, so it's a +10 to stealth.
All right. So
no singing this time. We gotta be quiet.
before you get
I'll
up there, though,
just
I'll
sing a
say,
sneaking song.
someone do a survival check to try to steer you all close to the nest, but I guess it sounds like you're trying to not get quite on top of them, if I'm hearing right.
Mm,
I think that's you, Rennick.
Oh, sorry. My
Survival
internet's
check.
still being weird. Yeah, actually, I'm probably focusing on sneaking. And Penelope seems more familiar with the griffins.
Sure.
If she wants to make this one.
And I have really good survival. Let's hope that I roll.
Yeah, I
well.
peeked at your character sheet too, Meta.
Yes. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, easy enough. You
called
find what
leadership.
looks uh So you see, like, as you're all walking, like I'm actually imagining Penelope might be like riding on the shoulders of somebody.
Yes.
Just go that way.
Yeah, you're looking up and you notice like, okay, that's where they're landing to for the nesting. But you do see like about a mile, we'll say to the east of where their nests are, there seems to be a place where they're gathering to eat. And seems to be where more of the hunting and kind of like ripping things apart and then bringing them back the small pieces towards the nest is happening. And so probably there'll be some griffins there, but more likely you'll find poop there, but no babies to incite them to attack you all.
Okay, minstrel, you see that? You see that area where they're ripping things apart? Yeah, that's where we want to go.
Oh, that seems the most dangerous possible area to see. It's literally where they're ripping things apart, just as you just. But that's fine. Yes, okay. We'll head in that direction, I suppose. What do you need from us?
Support and make sure everybody that griffins can be very nice if you're very nice to them and calm. Everybody be calm.
I'm not great at calm. Gonna be honest.
Maybe you stay in the back. I believe in you. You can do this.
I'll try to do those deep breathing that Rennick was telling me about.
Yes. I should point out I am an air genasi, so breathing's not really a thing I do. So the advice I gave you may or may not be all that useful.
All right.
I told you take a deep breath in for about 25 seconds, and then hold it for 3 or 4 minutes, then let it out. I assume that's how most of that works. Yes.
All right. So as you all are getting close, pass without a trace's cat. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just one question. As we're going up more towards the mountain, am I seeing any more bird signs? Are we moving towards where I saw this alleged bird hanging out?
You are going up the mountain, and it is at the very top of the mountain. So yes.
Okay, but we're still a little ways from the top, right? We're going to
Yeah,
where the
yeah.
griffin
It's
hang
gonna
out. Okay.
probably take you another few hours to get to the top of the mountain. From
Sure.
where the...
Okay, so nothing to be concerned about. Gotcha.
As you all are getting close, go ahead. Everyone do stealth check with a +10.
I already rolled mine. I got a 22 with my +10.
Nice.
29.
Oh. +10? That's a 31.
Nice.
What? The
Ah,
sneakiest barbarian ever.
Yeah.
boy, those breaths really helped.
That's the technique right there.
All right. So everyone was very high with that. So you all having learned the lesson from not sneaking up on the goblin cave and definitely letting them know of your presence there, you come towards
Rennick.
this nesting ground. What you see is high up on the cliffs, you definitely see like a lot of griffins kind of flocking to. There's different like rocks that they can get to that nothing else can really reach, and they're tearing up chunks of meat and things and throwing it down. Off to another side, there also seems to be a bit of the cliff where they're sitting and more preening. Some are kind of like laying, and others are kind of like using their beaks to like groom each other. And go ahead, everybody, give me a perception check.
Ooh. You're at a 21.
Nice.
10.
10.
16 for me.
16. And how about for Penelope?
15.
15. All right. So Kevin, you see that there's a lot of griffin poop around, like most definitely. But what you see is more towards the area where they're grooming each other. You see a bunch of scat and piles of poop and stuff. It seems like that's the better area, but there are a bunch of griffins around, and it's sort of like a bowl-shaped area. And you all are in some trees right now, but to get to where all the scat is, you have to go out into the open.
All right, everyone. So here's the deal. There's lots of poop everywhere. However, we want a pile. And if we want to get the golden poop nuggets, then we have to sneak our way in very, very stealthily. I think I should lead.
Can I just say, I think this is my least favorite quest we've ever been
Can
on. Would a distraction help?
I can scream very loudly.
I was thinking more an illusion, perhaps.
yeah, why not? That sounds good.
Perhaps a pretty female griffin.
Oh.
Yes, I definitely want to see that. That is Jasper talking. Sorry.
All right, Mistral's gonna Bugs Bunny this, and is gonna use major image to make a clearly over the top female griffin. Because Mistral has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm really curious. What is this looking like?
It's like a classic Warner Brothers cartoon. It's like a griffin, but it has long eyelashes and lipstick. And like breasts apparently. Or like shapely lumps under the feathers.
And it's wearing a cocktail dress for some reason.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. And it's gonna like come out from a tree and like go like and like and like bat its ridiculous eyelashes.
Go ahead and do a performance check.
That's my jam. I rolled a 3, but I have a plus 12 to performance.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
It's a 15.
That is amazing. Yeah. So as this I think Penelope, especially to you, this thing looks like it should not exist. Like it should not be there. It comes out like towards the far end of the clearing where you all are, and it's kind of doing this weird, like, you know, the video games do the really over exaggerated female walk.
Yes.
Like it's got a video game walk going on. And like you see the griffins up on the cliff sides, like they stand up and like their feathers kind of poof out, and like they kind of cock their heads to the side. And Penelope, can you understand animals just all the time at this level, or
No.
no? Okay. So you do hear them like kind of making some chittering noises to each other, and then you see like all of them just kind of en masse fly up and go dive bombing down towards this illusion. You probably have a round or two before they figure out that it's not real.
I am gonna attempt to buy some extra time by having the illusion like playfully step away in
Okay.
also the cartoony fashion, like oh, take a wing and bat them away.
Out of nowhere,
Gotcha.
Pepe Le Pew comes running in and is like,
Also,
All the weasels reappear and are like very happy to be following this new griffin.
Penelope's thinking to herself,
Now that I've seen it, I can wild shape into it. I gotta remember this for next time.
Or is anybody going up to grab the poop?
Penelope will dash in. Yes.
Okay.
I think Kevin will dash in as well.
Awesome.
All right, go ahead and just make dexterity checks.
Oh boy. Don't fall on your face. Don't fall on your face.
This is more to see just how much you're able to quickly gather.
Okay, good. It's only an 11.
I do love the idea that you like tumble face first. Oh.
Kevin accidentally just bumps you into it just because he's like just so enthralled.
That's an 11.
Were we
11?
all running in to grab some?
If you want to run into, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. You said dex check.
Yep,
I got a
dex check.
15.
15, okay.
That's 19. Is my bardic inspiration still up? How long does that last?
That lasts an hour. If you
So
had to
probably
use
not
it,
because we short rested, right?
yeah, you short rested. But yeah, you all are able to get like a pretty big handful of this. Minstrel, go ahead and make another performance check.
Oh boy.
A 30.
Oh my god. I'll roll an insight check for them, but yeah, that's not high enough.
The secret
So-
is to just keep them close, but they're never gonna quite achieve it.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah,
a
you're
team.
you're able to kind of keep the griffin kind of moving around, and they're like trying to dive bomb and attack. Like they're clearly trying to attack this thing
The
and just
griffin's
kill
now
it.
using her wings as like fans in like a ridiculous fan dance that she's doing.
Yeah, so you all on poop detail, you got a fair amount, but if you want to try to get some more, you probably have another round of distraction.
I'll try for it.
All
Gather
right, just
all
another
the
dex
poop.
check.
Let's keep scooping it up, pooping, scooping.
Pooping to scooping. It's a 15.
I should
All
mention
right.
this is maybe the worst plan I've
Okay.
ever come up with in the game, and I
mean the
cannot believe it's
best
working
plan?
this well.
That was a 5. I don't have to pull a card for an ability check, natural one.
No,
do I?
no, you don't.
Okay.
Nope.
Mm,
Good.
I got.
All right. So, Penelope, you're in your groove now. You're like, yeah, yeah, and you're like seeing the different piles of scat and getting it in. Kievin and Rennek, you like are each trying to grab at the same pile, but like you didn't realize at this point it's just solid rock you're kind of grabbing at, so you get a little bit more, but more like you were trying to grab a rock.
Get that
Ooh.
uncomfortable feeling like when you're digging in sand and then you meet somebody else's hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
Into the sand, and it's just like not a good. You're just not expecting it.
As you all are gathering poop and you look over, suddenly you see this thing happen. This large, humongous, impossibly big bird flies down out of a dive and just snatches one of the griffins out of the air, and it takes off, and instantly all the griffins just dart away.
Oh no!
that's hard.
I just remembered. I saw that earlier, and I meant to say something. I blanked. Oh, that's on me, y'all. That's my bad. That was on me. Yep.
But you see this bird, like, and you know the griffins were big enough to potentially ride on, and this thing just without problem grabbed it, and you see it circling up, and landing towards the top of the mountain where the herb is that you all have to go collect after you find some pepper in the poop.
But now that Penelope's seen it, she can wild shape into it.
nice try.
It is a CR11.
Oh my god.
I do kind of like to imagine that when Penelope phoenixes, she actually turns into a phoenix. Like a
Yes.
part of the phoenix,
A little baby phoenix.
phoenix effect.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm. Gotta decide, like, are we gonna do that? Are we gonna let the hit points fall?
Yeah, it's
See what
it's
happens.
Tempting. So tempting.
All
Well-
right, so yeah, you all are able to get back into the trees with a large amount of poop.
Great.
I'm so happy to have been made a part of this.
Are we sure this was one of the tasks? Was he just like messing with us?
Kevin,
way to
as
put
you're
it
saying
back.
that, like you have a little bit of the poop left in your hand, and you look and you actually do see 2 yellow peppercorns in your
Ooh,
hand.
tasty. Kevin does not eat the poop peppercorn. Just to
Thank you
make
for
it
clarifying.
clear,
The pooper corns.
Yeah.
Pooper
does not eat the
corns.
There
poop
it is, yeah.
peppercorns.
Well, I'm just kind of wiping my hands off on the side of Mistral's cloak. That was.
Dear God, what are you doing? This cloak was given to me by a king.
I thought you were an illusion. I'm very sorry. My
Actually,
bad.
That seems quite accurate.
I should have known when it was clothed that it was a real you. Anyway, so we got the pooper corns. We got
is gonna
the
take ages.
mushrooms. This herb thing, Penelope. That the herb is up there, right?
It'll be at the top of a mountain.
That seems unfortunate.
Yeah, where that giant bird is that just swooped up and picked up a griffin.
Maybe it's friendly?
Maybe we can tame it.
Maybe you can join the team. We could all ride it. I like where we're going with this. Good energy here. Let's workshop it.
Well, it didn't work with the goblin monstrosity. It might as well work with this large bird.
I'm excited. Let's go.
And all the
Kevin
griffins
starts
took
marching
off,
up.
right? There's no chance of us like corralling griffins and riding them.
That would probably take a little too long to try and train them and everything, and they did get just spooked
This
off.
Jasper's game day stream is now 27 hours. Let's go.
Let's go!
Well, I guess up the mountain we go then, huh?
All right.
Mm.
So you also, I apologize if you can hear my cat for some reason thinks he has to come into my office because the door's closed.
That sounds like a cat.
Yes. All right. So you all start heading up the mountain. And like you actually can see this large bird for a good chunk of your ascent. It's eating towards the top. Again, like at the top is sort of chair shaped with this like ledge on the top, and it's at the very tippity top and is up there and just kind of like a crow eating its meal. It's up there doing its thing. And again, it's looking crow-sized from where you all are, and you still have again like another good hour or two of pretty hard climbing.
Penelope, any idea what this bird actually is?
Would I recognize something this large?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Nope. That's a 5.
Yeah, you were freaked out. Like it's a big bird. Like
Yeah, it's
you
a
know,
big
looks like
bird.
kind of crowish in shape, but like 30 times bigger.
That's exactly what I say. It's like a bird, but bigger.
Well, you're not wrong. That seems accurate. Yes.
And also anybody else who would like to could also make a nature check.
I
I'm-
really just want to see what
I'll do
Kevin does. A 4. What does a 4 tell me?
You're sort of like a big bird.
Mm.
And then like crows, and like you're trying to think, like you could start going down this line of reasoning that you think is rock solid, that this is a crow that had a large spell put on it.
I got
And-
it. This is so everyone. I know what happened.
Perfect.
This is a crow. He was definitely a pet of some kind before, and a large spell just kind of turned it into something glorious. Now it's up here seeking its revenge against its brother griffins.
You're
And
so
with the-
smart.
With the roll of 3, Rennick totally agrees and believes that.
Yeah.
That checks out. It
3,
makes
4,
sense.
5.
What a spectacular story. That's amazing. I can't believe you knew that. Phenomenal.
I think we need to save the bird if we're being honest.
I think you're right. Perhaps it could respond to its master's call or something along those lines.
And what would that be exactly?
I don't know. What do you know about its master?
I don't know. Other than it speaks bird, I imagine it's just something.
Good,
We
good.
could try
Stick with
that.
Yes. Make it more friendly sounding.
All right.
Oh, yes. I think we have a solid plan together.
All right. All right. I think it's coming together.
Excited for you. When we get up there, it's all you, man.
All right. Y'all can just go home, really.
Well, I would, but I have to see this. I mean, we need to keep track of this for our stories.
We lost Rennick. He went in stealth.
Oh no.
He's so quiet.
It's as though he's not even there.
He
So,
stopped again. He stopped at the top of the hill.
Yeah, he just stopped, and we'll see. As you all are going up, it does get to be a bit of a steep climb. So you can make either athletics or acrobatics checks to try and get your way up some of these steeper.
Because I'm
bits.
afraid to roll this, Penelope is gonna actually just cast spider climb, so she doesn't
Oh.
have to worry.
There you go.
I mean, that's pretty not 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
I have 16.
16. Yeah, easy enough. Like there's a pretty steep rock face, and Reddit can just run up it. Like, and it's like, oh, easy. Shoo. And he's just gone, and the rest of you are like, come on. as you make your way up. Um,
We have to put all this effort in. Penelope's just like casually walking up the side of the.
Yeah,
Perfectly perpendicular.
yeah, just like uh, and getting towards the top, you probably have about another 100 or so feet, and you can see, or towards like you're about 100 feet away from like that shelf thing, and the bird is still up there chowing down. But about 50 feet away from you, but it definitely out in the open, you see some bunches of herbs growing.
That's what we need. Kevin, it's time.
Kevin just kind of crouches down and then sneaks his way up and like slowly just kind of like raises his head a little bit and just starts with like a little bit of a like a little
Yes, I can tell this is
before
definitely going to work.
before like quickly like raising himself up even like further and further and further into like a full-on peacock dance and like starting with like a drum beat on his chest and everything, just like just full on song and dance, beautiful bird style.
All right, do a performance check, and you get advantage because this is amazing.
Oh, great. Okay, that first one's not terrible. And a 15.
15. So are the rest of you like staying close to where Kevin is doing this, or are you moving to a different area? Like,
I don't know.
I'm
I
right
was so
behind him,
convinced that
buddy.
this is gonna work that I'm just like hanging out in the bush. We're
yeah, just kind of
right
watch it.
behind
Okay.
him or whatever.
So as you're eating this bird, like it's tearing, and you see like a little bit of like it's some of the meat hanging out of its beak, and it kind of cocks its head to the side, and is just mostly kind of perplexedly staring at you. It doesn't quite seem to know what to do yet.
Greetings, my beloved brethren. Wink. I think you know what we're after. Wink, wink. Do you want us to help us with your griffin problem? Wink, wink, wink.
I see no flaw in this plan. Keep it up, buddy.
Make a
That
persuasion
convince
check.
the bird?
Make a persuasion check.
He's probably learned English, learned common from his master.
Oh boy, that's a 19.
19.
Does this bird speak common?
I take it all back. This is the worst plan that we've ever done.
It is
Mr.
absolutely fascinating.
I remember the plan perfectly because I was here the whole time, but I don't know that Penelope remembers. So if you could explain the plan again very quickly to make sure she's clear, I think we would all appreciate that.
Okay, so Kevin had this great idea that this whole story about he knows exactly what's going on with this bird, and he's gonna go talk to it, and then we're gonna get the herbs just by him befriending it.
That's how I remember it too. Glad we're all on the same page.
All right. So
I'm so
yeah,
glad that you've been here the whole time, Rennick, paying attention.
Stealthy as hell.
you see the bird like take a few steps, and it comes down this ledge, and like I'm explaining it's like a chair back, like the backing of this like stone chair is probably about 20 feet high, and it basically just kind of steps down and is just kind of perched over and like leaning forward a little bit, and again kind of perplexedly just like looking at you. It doesn't know what to think of this strange creature talking to it this way and just openly approaching.
Get the herb. Get the herb.
Yeah,
Couldn't
Kivian
find
is going to like slyly in his dance, like in his little like bird seductress dance, try and like work a movement of picking the herb into it.
Go ahead to performance.
This is I just know with all these checks, this is barreling towards disaster.
Yep. I got a 6.
Oh
So, Karen, as you're like trying to do this thing, like the ground slips a little bit beneath you, and you kind of just fall down, and suddenly you're just looking up straight at this beak and these eyes staring right down at you.
Oh, hello. um how do you feel about poop nuggets?
What are the rest
Nope.
of you doing as this is happening?
You can recover. You got this.
Rennick, quick, get in there. He needs a wingman.
Oh, yes, yeah, okay. And I stealthily, I'm gonna initially be stealthy to
Try-
go in there.
Okay.
Is Pass Without Trace still up?
I did not recast it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it is not.
Oh my gosh, that's another one. So I without even thinking just like take off, and I guess my to like sneak my way there, and my boot like catches on a stone, and I just like boom, face plant like right next to Kevin, and I stop up. I'm like,
I'll say what happened was your feet tangled on some underbrush, and as you look back to see what's going on, you see a weasel.
I should have punched you right off the and I just like I look back at the bird, I just go caw, caw, caw.
And this thing puts its wings out, and it lets out this ear-splitting shriek as it is right up near all of you. Let's go ahead and roll some initiative, because now it thinks it has tasty snacks.
Oh.
Yeah, as that thing is screeching, Kevin is also screeching just as loud.
I never would have expected this plan wouldn't pan out.
It got you pretty far.
I'm frankly amazed that it got us as far as it did.
Wait,
All right, does anybody have close to a 20?
I've got a 23.
All right. 15 to 20? 10 to 15.
12.
14.
Okay.
I got an 8. Apparently, I'm still rooting for Kevin and Rennick. I think you can recover from this.
All right.
Oh, her eyes look good.
Yeah. He's just like,
Penelope,
staring up, screaming, I don't think I can recover.
you're in the bushes seeing this bird kind of make this sort of more of a aggressive action, looking like it's got a snack in front of it. It wants to eat. What do you do?
I got this, you guys. I got this. Hey, Penelope's. I'll make sure that it doesn't get away from you, because I know you guys only have so much reach. I got you guys.
And I'm going to cast Earthbind
Oh,
so that it cannot leave and get up in the air where we can't attack it.
nice. Does it have to make a save for that?
It's a strength saving throw.
Now it will stay perfectly in range to peck Kevin and Rennick.
I got you.
Oh, 13. I'm guessing that's lower than your spell save.
It fails.
All right, it is bound to the ground. Interesting. All right, any
nice.
bonus action or anything for you?
No, not yet.
All right, and we're almost done with the game, so I do remind you all you have potions of wonder for funs and lulls. So, all right, Kevin, you're on your back. You are prone right now, and there is a gigantic bird right here.
Kevin definitely wants to chug that potion of wonder.
All right,
You're
go.
just, like, you're just like 1 second. 1 second.
And I have a question. I don't know if I'm allowed to use my action for this as well, but can I chug both of them? My bonus
Yeah,
action and action
will-
like takes all of them.
I will allow it. I'll say
pouring it into your mouth.
it'll be your action to chug both of them, so you can still
Yes.
have a bonus action if you want to
Oh.
do something like that.
Awesome.
So-
Yeah.
Oops, I dropped
no.
a card.
Stop.
Okay. I'm gonna set this down. I'll read both of them at once. So
Stop.
All right.
Yes, I like that reaction.
Okay. These are going to be great. So, first off, you become intoxicated by normal food and water for the next day.
Oh boy.
And
Does
then
he know?
instantly, no one can see or hear you for the next 7 hours. So you all see Kevin on the ground chugging his potions really quickly, chucks them away, and suddenly he's gone.
All right, we lost Kevin.
Bad. Pretty bad. Seems
He
bad.
Do you want to do anything for your bonus action, Kevin?
He's just gonna go into a rage. Into a blind, angry, screaming, invisible rage.
Yep. Which none of you could hear because you can't hear him for 7 hours.
But then neither can the giant crow.
Neither can the giant crow.
Mhm.
Rennick, it is your turn.
Same thing, popping bottles. Can I take two?
no.
I can yeah. Okay.
Yep, you can take 2.
All right.
Same thing. I'll say that's your action
Stop.
to take both of them. All right, so that's number 1. And now let's get number 2.
Stop.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Yes.
God.
mhm. 5 naked illusions.
Oh my
appear.
god, this is amazing. Because of how this reads and what this creature is. Every bird within a 10-mile radius centered on you explodes. And is going to resurrect in one day. And then instantly all 4 of you are on fire.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate side effect.
That makes sense.
Well,
Oh, you see this gigantic bird just into the
Are there lots of little birds like as a giant firework? Like
yeah, like all these feathers just suddenly bursting in the air everywhere.
What are the chances?
I mean, I guess you can see Kevin now.
Just
You see a
There is this
flame in a,
fireball like on
in
the
a
ground.
humanoid shape.
oh
My
I
king's cloak. No.
stop, drop, and roll.
So you all pretty quickly stop, drop, and roll. There's feathers all over the place, but no giant bird anymore. Lots of this very rare herb growing, growing all around.
I'm an ember off myself.
What did you do?
What I always do, I did what I had to.
All right, so everybody agrees. Rennick punched it and it died, right? For story purposes.
And
later
then
on.
it exploded.
And then it exploded.
Yeah.
The legend of the bird popper is what I think they call me. Penelope, I'm sorry. I know you
Done.
care about
I'll write it
animals,
into the
but that
annuals.
bird and 4,000 other birds, they all had to go.
It's
Yeah.
fine. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Can we put together that we saw Kevin be
Well, I would say like in the space where Kevin was a fireball, which then rolled around and suddenly there wasn't fire anymore. You can Kevin, you can interact with the environment, but you don't make any sounds at all. And so like even if you're taking sticks and like banging them together, there's no sound from that.
Oh, okay. I don't think he's figured that out yet. I think he's just there talking to himself. I always believed in you, Rennet. You are my prodigal son, and I know that everything has been leading up to this exact moment. He has like a really long monologue prepared because he has been waiting for this.
Just walking around picking herbs. Like,
Yeah.
did I blow Kevin up too? Did anyone see what happened to Kevin?
Yeah, how do all your characters react to just Kevin being gone? Like
I imagine he has a history of just wandering off for no real reason, and so I think we assume he's probably like peeing somewhere and will come back. At least that's what Rennick assumes.
That's fairly accurate.
I mean, do we wait around for him or should we get these ingredients back?
I mean, we do need to get the ingredients back. I think that Kevin would want us to enjoy our meal.
he'll catch up. He knows where we're supposed to go, right?
Certainly. Poor Kevin, who was blown up just like all the birds in the area. Perhaps Kevin was part bird and we didn't know.
He was making some cawing noises that were very convincing.
That's true. They were very convincing. Maybe he convinced the magic that he was a bird. That's how convincing he was. I'm truly going to miss him.
By this point, Kevin is definitely running around, waving his arms, running in circles, throwing dust in their face.
Yeah, every now and then there's these strange dust balls that kind of pop up like in your faces and stuff.
We're being haunted by Kevin.
Oh, it's the spirit of Kevin.
Mistral, did you turn Kevin invisible again?
Oh, that has happened in the past. I don't think so. Let me try something. And then I will. I don't actually have any spells that are useful for this, so
You have wondrous potions.
I do have another potion. I'm gonna drink a potion of wonder.
All right.
See if it helps.
Yep. Let me know when.
Done.
All right. All right. This one here. Oh, for the next minute, you can cast any spell as a bonus action.
Always want to cast Wish as a bonus action.
No.
Oh, man. Does that mean any spell, including spells I don't have access to?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure what this is gonna do.
Okay.
Mistral thinks
like it.
Kevin has died and has become a ghost.
Okay.
So he's gonna wish Kevin back to life.
Oh no.
But since Kevin hasn't died,
Yes,
I
I
don't know
like.
what's gonna happen.
Kevin,
I
at
like where this is
point,
going.
like writing in the dirt, tell my story, and is like writing his autobiography.
I think Mistral is like starting to tear up, and he's like, "I can't believe it! I can't believe we lost Kevin. If only I just wish he was still here with us."
Roll a D100 for me.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there we go.
I love that.
Uh, 49.
Okay. Roll it again. That was actually one of the few numbers that I don't have a thing for.
53.
53. Okay. So, as you wish this, a high elven gentleman before you suddenly appears, not wearing any clothing. And he's
Of course.
rising. How am I alive again? Where am I? What happened?
Excuse me, who are you?
My name's Kevin.
Oh, I see the confusion. Yes.
This is the real
No, I
Kevin
was
that was supposed
trying
to
to
go on
get
that adventure.
Kevin. He's like he's a sort of king, but not a king. Do you happen to know him at all?
No, I'm King Kevin.
No. Clearly, this is a misunderstanding. I apologize. Our fault. But we're trying to reach a different Kevin. Can you return back to the afterlife then and grab the other one?
I'm alive. I don't know how I'm alive, but I'm alive.
It's Kevin.
Kevin.
Yes, yes, sort of a Kevin.
You're right.
Yes.
No,
Go ahead. Return back. Bring us back the other one.
We
Could I have your
we
rope?
can send him back. Should we just send him back?
Wait, I can fix this. I'm going to hand Kevin a wondrous potion.
Oh, well, thank you. I am very parched, and he's gonna drink. So go ahead and tell me when to stop for new Kevin. This new elf NPC we just had.
Okay, stop.
This is like when you're painting and you
Wait.
mess something up and you keep
I
trying
have
to
a,
fix it,
wait,
but
I
you
have
need
a
to make
quick
it
question.
worse.
I have a quick question before that happens.
Yes.
While she is handing Kevin the potion, can Kevin steal it and try to drink it?
Oh,
Not trying to like fix
make
himself.
a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Good luck.
You are invisible.
Yep. Yeah, so you have advantage on it.
Oh, I have advantage. That's fun.
You're invisible. Yeah.
Nat 20.
Easy enough. So this becomes your card then, which is everyone everywhere can read your mind until dawn.
Yes!
It's the
actually
perfect solution.
So you are still invisible. You do not make sounds, but as you think things, everyone around you can hear it. So what is he thinking as he's drinking the potion?
This is my nightmare. No one can see me. No one can look at my beautiful face. I need people to
Who's speaking?
hear me again.
I'm sorry. It's one of you.
That's him.
Ke-
That's Kevin. Quick, other Kevin. Go away so we can get Kevin back.
Could I have some clothing?
No.
No, not everything is about you, Kevin.
Yes, exactly, Kevin.
Kevin, where are you? What's going on?
I might be dead. I don't know.
I blame Rennick. I believe he blew you up.
And
To
it,
be clear,
did you blow me up?
I did not blow. Clearly not. I mean, where are you dead? What is? I couldn't. I'm not sure what's happening, y'all. I have an intelligence of 10.
Here, let's find out. And I want to slap Rennick.
Nice.
Go ahead and make an attack roll again with advantage because you're invisible.
So that's 16 plus 7.
Yep.
Does a 23 hit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep. Yeah. So Rennick, out of nowhere comes a slap.
Was that you?
Nope. Does not seem that I'm dead.
So I didn't blow you up. So everything's fine then. That didn't even hurt. I let you do that.
Well, that's wonderful, Kevin. You're not dead.
It is wonderful.
Oh,
Oh, the world rejoice.
listen.
And
Kevin,
literally
can
everyone in
gather
the
up
world
these
hears
herbs,
you think the
then
world
I wanna get
rejoice,
on the
right?
road.
Yes. Yes.
So everyone in the world.
Everyone everywhere can hear
everywhere.
your thoughts.
With great power comes great responsibility, Kevin.
This wait, can they hear me? Do I know this? Is there any way that I know this?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, please. You know, my intelligence isn't great. Okay, so that's a 0. That is a nat 1 minus 1.
No, you're kind of baffled. Like you're trying to figure out, like, how am I able to speak? Like, I don't think I'm speaking. And like, there's this little bit of puzzlement, and like, you all are hearing that in your heads as well. Where
Well,
he's
no,
just...
we can hear you.
Yeah,
You are
we can
speaking.
hear
It's
you,
just
Kevin.
His
it's in our brain.
confusion is so loud, even I'm confused.
Is this what it's like for you all the time?
Now all of you can live inside my brain with me. Maybe all of
No!
you are inside of my head, and this whole tiny world just exists for me.
Rennick,
Am
quick,
I
stop
God?
Kevin.
Hey, other Kevin. By the way, you there's a cave down that way if you want someplace to go be warm. You just go there. But I think we're done with you. We
He has
appreciate-
already like grabbed like one of the feathers and is kind of like he's taking a few of the feathers to fashion as sort of like a kilt.
That's you know what, that works great. You do that. You'll be fine. But I don't think we want you here anymore. So you just leave. Kevin, can you try to do what you normally do and just don't
But like
think?
godlike, yes. Let me try. He tries going into a rage.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Okay. And he goes, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. I am just as angry as I was before. I can definitely feel that. And he's gonna try and hit Rennick again because he just said try to do everything that you that you know.
Reddick, you do
Yeah.
hear him getting angry and going, I'm going to hit Reddick again.
I do hear them. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm looking for like footsteps on the ground or dirt.
So I'm going to say, Kevin, you get an attack roll, but no advantage this time because now Reddick is expecting it.
That's totally fair.
But you can go reckless.
No, I won't go reckless. That's just a 20.
Yep, nope, that still hits.
Another just slap out of nowhere.
Stop it! Stop! Just stop! Oh,
Yes.
stop! If you would just stop, that'd be swell.
Well, I don't know. I'm an ascended being, and I think I'm allowed to do whatever I want, Rennick. Should I
Well,
call you Ren? Can I call you Ren now?
I can't. I literally can't stop you doing anything. So this is where we are. Can we? But I guess we can go. We can go back now. We can at least go get the
Yes.
gold.
Rennick is right. Kevin, as an ascended being, can you go ahead and collect all of these herbs? I don't want to touch them. And then we'll make our way down the mountain.
I don't know if I have physical form.
Only one way to find out.
He starts like collecting the herbs. Do they disappear by any chance?
You pick them and like you, by the way, you can see yourself.
Oh, I can see myself.
You can see yourself and you're holding the herb and what you all see is like the herb kind of shaking and it vanishes.
Oh.
One herb for Kevin. 2 herbs for Kevin.
Oh, God.
3 herbs for
He's
Corvin.
destroying them.
We've created something horrible.
Kind of wish he had blown up. Ascended one, can you now descend this mountain so we can take it back to the chef man and get our coin?
That sounds like a great idea. And while we do, I think this is a perfect opportunity to tell my story. And he tells the world his
Get it out of my head.
You achieved his dream.
As you all are walking down, make a Constitution saving throw for headache.
It's like that time that you two put that album on everybody's iPhone without permission.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually gives me a great idea, but I imagine I don't think of it until about halfway down the mountain. I start playing music. Kevin can't keep talking. Now he's thinking about the music.
No! Now it's inside and outside my head.
Yeah, so you start playing Kevin's favorite song, so he starts singing along, and so everybody is singing along with the same song.
It's like a karaoke to the world.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
That Kevin is doing. But
Yeah,
I
my
imagine you
gosh,
get most of the
continue,
way
continue
or
that.
all the way through your story before that happens.
Oh yeah. Minstrel's listening to the story, and then about when he finishes his story, it's like, well, and now I guess I'll follow up with what would his follow up be about?
Free bird.
Like saying, like, let me tell you about more about my childhood or a strange dream. There we go.
And then I entered elementary school. See,
No, I can't do it anymore.
And that's
I
when the
was a
music
bo-
starts.
I'm playing Freebird.
And the music continues as you all descend down the mountain, getting back into the city of Jericho. And just about the time the sun sets, and actually this coincides, like, Kevin, suddenly you become visible again and you make sounds and people can see and hear you. And about 2 minutes later, that's when the transmission of your thoughts stops.
Thank God.
he does not realize it. He's
Oh no.
I'm not
And
gonna
then,
tell him because
like-
I can't listen to his voice anymore. So-
But like bedraggled and frustrated, you all make your way back into the keep. Coming in, you notice things are a bit in disarray. Like one of the cooks is kind of like massaging their head outside and like, I've had a song stuck in my head for 4 hours. It's been sung slightly off key. I don't know why.
Yes, well, and this bird you cannot change.
And the chef comes out. He's looking like his crisp uniform of this morning is covered more in flour and things, and he's got some bags under his eyes already. And he's like, tell me you at least got what I needed.
Right here, we got it.
Oh, thank God.
And
the singing
here are
stopped.
your herbs.
Oh, thank God. And the singing stopped. I could save the feast. It'll be all right. Yes, you all can have your chef's table. I've got work to do. Everyone, chop chop, come on, back to it. And you all sit in this little nook in the corner as you see like the chef, the kitchen slowly coming back together. This gnome's like running around screaming at some of the people, and like uh for again such a little person, like such a big presence, and like he's very excited. He's a little irritated y'all didn't clean the poop off of the peppercorns, so he has one of the junior chefs going through like on poop cleaning duty and getting the poopercorns out for for this, and adding it to this like spice, and he's making like this kind of yellow peppered curry rice dish that he's putting bits of lamb in, and you see garnishing with mushrooms and using the herbs as well to add a lot of flavor to things. And around midnight is when the feast is served. So you see all these platters going up for MageCon, and a very nice sized platter comes to you all too at the table.
We did it, you guys.
To a job well done.
Again.
And the fact that I got fairly minimal amounts of poop on me.
Cheers to that.
Huzzah!
There's so many things I would like to forget.
As you all drink.
Oh boy.
Stop.
Hold on. Oh no, I'm gonna stop when the chef slipped some potions of wonder into your wine.
Oh, the chef hates the world.
Minstrel.
Some chefs just want to watch the world burn.
You can see through walls for the next day.
Oh, actually quite handy.
Kevin, instead of an action, you start shooting a beam of radiant light out of your navel for the next 5 turns.
It's true, I have a second.
Rennick, as you drink the wine, all of you are suddenly naked.
Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? I don't want to come to this town anymore.
Rennick, Mistral has no problem with this.
Oh my God. And Penelope, as your clothing disappears, you notice 2 small wings have sprouted from your back. They're too small for flight, but they can slow you down.
I have ascended.
As have we all.
And it is a huzzah. Your party has paid 1,000 gold and has quite possibly the most delicious and amazing meal of their lives.
And Kevin can't taste any of it because he's become intoxicated from.
That's right.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Kevin is just sloppy drunk by the end of the appetizers.
Just shining his Care Bear light everywhere.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And about the time the light stops, all of your clothing reappears.
Woo!
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
You all, that is our adventure.
Thank you.
That was
Yay.
So much.
That was amazing.
That was a lot of fun. That was.
I love the Deck
Can
of
we
Wonder.
talk about how like the coincidence of getting that bird card
Oh my
against
God.
a giant
Yeah.
bird?
That's so good.
Yeah, that is amazing.
I was totally expecting you all to have to like try to dash and just grab enough and run away.
Right.
But
I was thinking, like, were we supposed to kill like this 10-story condor?
We
I
could
was
have
like,
done it.
oh boy, Kevin's definitely gonna fight this thing.
yeah, I mean, this is what I just kind of pick out some monsters. I'm like, I don't know how they're getting by this thing. We'll see what happens.
That's excellent.
I still think Kevin's dance and attempt to woo the bird was maybe
Yes.
one of my highlights for the whole game.
Yes. I hope someone got a clip of you doing the calls.
I hope so too. That's going on the reel. My new actor's reel.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So
Ah,
thank you to everybody. Thank you to my players. Thank you to everybody who's I was watching the chat. I've been seeing with the Jasper's game day has been getting a ton of donations. So thank you all so much.
Yeah, I was gonna
Thank
say
you,
if you
guys.
haven't donated yet, now's the perfect time for you to donate
Yes.
to Jasper's Game Day. Help support awareness around suicidality and around mental health, and it's the perfect time for you to show your appreciation for that.
yes, thank you all so much. And this is going to conclude the ending of our first game of the day. And we have just 2 more, so make sure to stay tuned for the rest of the day. There's one more game starting at 3:30 p.m. EST and another one at 7 p.m. EST. So we'll see you all then. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.